The hamster spinning. It's not rolling through. Scott with library. I was told yours was kind of short. Do you want to present?
The library board just wanted me to talk to you guys. I think what they wanted was it had to do with that incident back on May 20th when the two kids got kicked out. You guys, from what Lisa said, you guys don't really have any policies regarding patient behavior. So we kind of need like a memorandum of understanding. This is according to Nichols that because it actually happened on the city property, not us. The cops came and talked to us, and we dealt with it. So what they suggest, I don't know how we do it, but that you guys can just adopt our policies or procedures, or our policies and procedures for patient behavior. And that way, because when the incident occurred, it was on like Sunday and it happened outside here. And it was the second incident that happened. The library board felt, I guess I should have had to do with their talk that for station. The cop came in and talked to me and I did all the questioning. And they did get kicked out. I followed everything. I didn't mind talking about stuff, but I do have a copy of our patron behavior or something. I don't know. They call it a memorandum of understanding, I guess is what they call it. I don't know if you guys just need to like adopt it and shoot it off. That way, because if they actually come up, like we kicked them out of the library, but that doesn't stop them from coming up here and still going to the bathroom. But if you guys can adapt the policies too, we can just ban them from the city.
It keeps them from.
Yeah, it stops them from coming on the city property.
I didn't know anything about it.
No, I didn't.
I didn't either. We probably need to give it to him to look at, probably though, right?
Yeah, Pat will probably have to look over it and make sure that we implement something.
Yeah, that's what I just kind of.
You want to leave a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy. This is the incident report of May 20th.
Oh, I'll read that.
And this is a copy of our thing right there. So, and this was just something that the library board wanted me to talk to you guys.
Okay.
Really, that's all I didn't figure you guys to do anything. They would just kind of get wheels going.
I suppose I'm not opposed to it, just to see what Pat says. So.
Okay.
My personal opinion.
That way, because like I said, there was an incident that happened. It's when they threw the food outside. They got in the blessing box and stuff like that. They threw food and stuff. It's the second time they've actually got in trouble in the library once. And this time, but we combined those together. So we made that the second incident.
Yeah.
It's allowed us to ban them, but it actually didn't happen inside the library. So technically, they could have got around that technically by saying, "Oh, we work in the library." So,
but it's on city property.
Yes. It was when Lucas and where.
Yeah. Yeah. I did talk with the deputy that was working that as well because they were putting together a bunch of other things.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. So, but he's banned from the library. He's from the ban, and the little boy is also banned until August 17th.
Okay.
And that's what, when I talked to the Northeast Kansas Library, our consultants, they kind of said the same thing. It's just that it sounds like the city should have. That's my email. I couldn't print out the actual email page because it was real weird. That's the email I sent for her. She said that.
Okay.
Robin is a consultant for Technical, so that's just kind of the.
Okay. It is freezing.
It is.
It is freezing. Oh, and I'm cold. It's freezing.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's where they need to stay in their yard.
Freezing in here. And when I'm cold, it's cold.
Yeah.
So just.
I was looking at avenues of how to ban those children.
Yeah, they're banned right now.
Only to their property.
Yeah.
Like, don't let me catch you 1 foot off of your property.
That would be
Apparently, you can't do that.
No. So, but yeah, just once the
It was
cop
worth
came
the
in,
time.
she had like a folder. Like,
Yeah, she had
like
She had a whole thing. Yeah.
and that's the second instance. The first incident was kind of a destruction of property incident, and then the second one was
Did you
handle
turn
it.
it up or down?
He's also,
Was with the first one, were you able to? Was it like something that you could press charges for?
they said we probably should have, that after he left, we should have, he destroyed it was one of these things, like this engine. He took it, he smashed it, but nobody saw him do it, and but he admitted to it mostly.
Okay.
Like, what, it was, that happened back in April, and then I told the officer, yeah, you probably should call the police about it. So,
Yeah. Okay. We will. I'll read through this,
Okay,
to
I'll-
make
I'll
sure
let-
Pat gets it, and
okay,
then
I'll
we'll
let
get it.
Rain know then.
What time do you want me over there?
We start at 7, and I just put you on the agenda, so whenever you can talk, you can come over. So,
Okay.
okay. All right, that it for now?
Thanks.
Okay, thank you guys.
Scott.
If you need anything else, I got all the stuff on, I got all of the on. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right. Adam and Carl. Carl, you have anything?
Another thing I wanted to say is, I watched the farm, which I don't have, I understand why he was fertilizing the grass over there. You know, around our city wells, but, they can't spread any fertilizer within 100 or 150 feet of the wells because it will contaminate the wells. And that came out whenever we were doing all this talking about the, new well that's not finished yet.
Who was spreading fertilizer?
Guy that bells the hay on your property and on the city lot.
Okay.
Over on the new well. Is that what you're talking about? Over where the new well's at, or somebody
Right
drove through it?
right off First Street.
Yeah.
When did
Oh,
they
that was before I
spread?
got here, but I know exactly where they're talking about.
Yeah, when did they spread it?
This spring.
Yeah, it would have been spring.
I'm happy.
I'm just saying, you ought to tell him that he can't.
It's a normal practice. I'm sure he just did it because that's what they do.
And we're not using that well yet anyway, so we can just make sure he doesn't.
You just made it. You don't want to contaminate that whole well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I understand that. We can tell him not to do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Adam.
Yeah.
I have you on the agenda a little bit down. Is that okay, or you got?
Can we go ahead? We can go ahead and do it. up here.
There's not much.
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
I've been talking to Katie, just some old, paperwork that never got done, but Henderson, do what I wanted to ask you guys, talk to you guys about it. Back when you guys purchased the, well site from Scott McLennan, part of the deal was, you know, the alley, you guys abandoned the alley, then in the well site, and straighten the property line and over to land back the way it was. And we always thought it was done. So I was up here last time at Henderson that said that Leonard dropped the ball and never did the other half. It's like 20 foot by 30 foot. The
Yeah.
other half of the old abandoned well site.
Yeah.
To me,
The city doesn't want to mow that
Scotty's got
20
his.
by 30 foot.
Scotty's. Did
yeah,
Scotty's?
Scotty's did.
Scotty's got back. That section did not.
Yeah.
And so essentially the city owns
20 foot by 30 foot back there. Still
section
never
of
got-
landlocked, useless land because it never got deeded back. I have the paperwork, the emails. It
Yeah.
just, the official documents never got done.
Yeah. Leonard
Who
dropped the
should
ball.
it be deeded back to?
That the tract that's on here, that it should be deeded back to Diebold. It should be deeded back to Adam because it's the old well site. And so where that property was, part of it was on Scotty's property and part of it was on like Adam. So just to square the property is, that's what was said. Jason from B&G kind of confirmed that that's what was supposed to have happened.
Have we got
Happened.
Scotty's approval on this too?
Scotty's is done. Scotty's is done.
No, I mean, but does it mean is Scotty in agreement that this is Adams?
He was in agreement with
Yeah,
whoever
it was his
the
idea.
Property line was, his property line.
I'm just wanting to check because Scotty's
Yeah.
not here to represent
Yeah,
himself, so I
yeah.
mean, I'm just saying.
So, but the property that's in question wouldn't even be,
In his.
In
plans
his-
or Nothing.
Well,
He just straightened the property line because the property line went up and there was a square for the old abandoned well, has been abandoned for like 20 years. And what Scotty wanted was he wanted the alley and he wanted to straighten the property line so his land was square and finished. And they got that done, but Leonard dropped the ball and it never got done. We always thought it was done until, Pat, looked at it. And then me and Adam spent time looking through the paperwork and Leonard dropped the ball, so.
The old council didn't check on it.
We thought it was done.
We thought it was
We
done.
told Leonard to do it, and we
Yeah.
thought it was done.
So. This is what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
I just want to look at it.
This is the old well site that hasn't been used. This was the alleyway. So this got needed, and then this is the property line between Scotty and DeWalt. So it basically should just come straight across here to square both properties.
So it comes straight across, but that half is technically,
This right
It's the
here is still the
cities,
city's.
and the other half
is
is.
Scotty's.
They went to state, yeah.
So we have this section right here, this little rectangle right here that is,
The splash park.
yeah, which does not have access because that's no longer an alleyway. So it's landlocked.
I say we
and-
make Adam start paying taxes
It's-
on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna see, it just makes my tax bill.
There you go.
You guys money. Yeah. I mean, it won't amount to,
Like there's measurements on here. It's
you know, your sister
not
tell
good
you
for
about
us or
my,
anything.
that 15-foot strip on the hayfield. She
Oh,
texted me because it hasn't been put together over there. And she texted me, she said, hey, I paid your property tax, so your name wouldn't be in the newspaper. I said,
Yeah.
I called up there and I said, I want to pay everything. Well, they knew that 15-foot strip,
Yeah,
So the
52
track
cents.
one was all of this.
And they were gonna
That
publish
got
my name.
Scotty's,
Because-
and this should go
because
to
the,
and that was
yeah.
just
the strip that goes
property
between-
square and
Yeah.
ours is
Technically, we could've
$95 a
said
month,
Scotty
or
did
every
it.
6 months.
So
That's
Connie
a lot.
said, I paid your 52 cents out.
You owe her
I-
big.
I owe her big, yeah. So I asked her, I said, what do I have to do? She said, you need to go up there and tell them to install this
Yeah.
one. I mean, the rest of it was only like $14. So,
Oh,
not that big a
you
deal.
lived in
Do
the
you want to
city.
see it?
No,
Are you okay
no,
with that?
I'm good.
You'd have to pay
I know
money.
it's not.
Every 6 months.
So what do, I mean.
I mean,
it should have already
essentially,
been-
it should have already been done. We just need like the paperwork to make it legally happen. And I don't,
And
Yeah,
Pat,
you know, I don't know.
Pat knows about it. He knows what needs
Yeah.
to be done. So we just need to have him do it, right?
and we already have like all the survey and stuff, so they
Yeah.
should be able to just use all that stuff from when they did that site. Yeah. So,
I'm okay with, yeah. Nothing we need to do, really.
no, other than have Pat write the deed or whoever write the deed and get,
But we just wanted, me and Katie talked, and we thought it was a good idea to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Before Pat did anything, so.
Yeah.
So,
thank you for being patient on that. I was like, I don't want you
well,
to
it's
feel
been
like
this long, it didn't,
I don't want you to feel like I'm ignoring you. I
No,
promise
no.
I'm not. Just,
it doesn't matter, it's just, you know, say I put a fence up back there, put a building, you know what I'm saying, like.
Yeah.
I've always mowed it and taken care of it, but, yeah.
I
So,
mean, if it's legally not deeded back to you though, you can just be like, actually, you can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Move your shed
Yeah,
off
you
of
let
our
me put my
property.
shed or-
That's useless to us.
Yeah.
We're just gonna be a pain. Yeah, so,
That's it, I appreciate it, guys.
yeah.
I know when Adam and I were looking through the meeting minutes, we found nothing in the meeting minutes stating the council's intention to deed it back,
Not even to Scotty.
not even to Scotty.
Well, can you guess that the minutes weren't great?
Yeah.
You know,
They're very interesting.
I'm just
You
saying.
know,
Adam takes
everything
pretty good
that's been
after.
happening, like, nothing surprises me anymore.
So for something like this, could I just get like a confirmation that that's what the council is thinking as we're just deed it back over to Adam?
Like a motion?
Not even a motion.
Doesn't take a motion.
Yeah, then
Just
I can
acknowledge that that's what the wish
You can just put that, yeah, we
Yep.
acknowledge and
perfect. I just, yeah. Thank you.
I'm going back to work. Thank you guys very much.
All right, thank you.
See ya.
Brett?
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm Brett, I'm with Foley, talked to Ryan a little bit about you guys' current equipment situation, and it's kind of rough, and he asked if I put a few things together for a backhoe and a skid steer. But I just put some numbers together, these are set up on a 7-year lease, that you can basically set up however you guys want, 2 years to 7 years. These are both set up on a service contract as well, so we would take care of everything from oil changes. If the engine went out, transmission, it'd be completely covered on it. at the end of 7 years, there is a balloon payment at the end. If you guys want to go ahead and purchase the equipment, you can do that, or you can turn it back in and get new equipment. So in 7 years, if Brian Dean, hey, yeah, basically you guys turn back in, get brand new equipment, or buy it out at the end. We could also provide the insurance for it. Be cheaper if you guys provide the insurance and that kind of stuff, but there is a payment down here for insurance. That's a yearly payment. You can set it up where you did annual payments or yearly payments, or annual or monthly payments, biannual, however you guys want to do it, whatever is easiest for you guys. Typically, the way we do our service, it's every 500 hours, so we would send somebody up to do a little change. And then the only thing you would be responsible for, Ryan, is doing the oil samples every 250 hours. We'd send you out a kit, you'd mail it back in to us. That just make sure there's no oil or anything that high cost to it or engine. Like I said, I've got a few printouts here, not enough quite for everybody, but they pertain to the backhoe and the skid steer itself. So it's one that passes around.
I can
We'll look. One.
Third one for a skid steer, one for a backhoe.
Oh. We have the other one.
Oh.
Alright.
You're all looking at different ones.
Yeah.
What?
And then so like on this one, this would be your annual payment would be that on there. If you wanted the insurance, we'll provide it yourself. And then the balloon payment, that's what it rates will be on that.
What's a stub payment?
So that would be the balloon payment at the end. Yep. And depending on which one.
We're looking at the skid steer.
Geez, Ryan, you come in and now you want brand new equipment, huh?
So that would be the annual payment.
I'm gonna tell you that this is probably cheaper than what he spent on repairs already.
Yeah, and especially, I
I
mean,
looked at the numbers, but I'm pretty sure.
if you factor in an oil change on like the backhoe, that usually runs about $1,500.
Yeah, not bad.
And then it's kind of better to look at the
Maybe
skid
interesting
steer,
to
and
know.
it looks like the oil has been changed for 4 years.
I don't doubt that.
It hadn't been changed in like 4 years?
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all.
Like I said, 2020.
So the attachments would be.
I mean, just a little few of the free benefits things.
Yeah.
Could go a long way.
Could be, it's, he could
And
probably.
then you wouldn't have to
It's
worry
like
about.
maintenance schedules were invented for a reason.
Right, yeah, and so, and we actually keep track of all that. And, it'll give you guys the ability for Ryan, that like an app on it.
So like.
Yeah, yeah, so maybe-
Where you guys can track where it was at all times, it'll show.
That makes sense.
And it has actual usage of the machine, so
Yeah.
let's say you put a 500 hour run per year. It would show you the cycle time of it as well, so.
And then send it back.
Actually, how much you guys.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
You're just
Same
sitting
thing
there
with
wasting the diesel and
Correct. Yeah. Or, it doesn't sound like you're working anything right now, so you just.
So what would a yearly payment?
Then we also, I mean, you can pretty much get any attachment, at a discounted rental rate for us as well, and he's talking about, maybe cleaning up some of the alleys. And so
Not.
renting that was to have to buy something. Discount rate.
Yeah.
This way, yeah, already, that's important, because that is significant.
Probably.
Yeah.
Do you know a year that skid steer is?
The skid steer is a 2004. Last serviced in 2021.
That would probably.
4 years ago.
Exactly.
That's like a big.
Would you keep it for backup or would you just get rid of it?
They might be on the brain.
We can
I get rid of
sell it all.
I'd want to get rid of everything.
Everything. Let's go.
And only lease what we need.
Yep.
Well, you could take
As, as I need it, like especially the attachments, as I need it.
Yeah, so
Either like when
when
it's mowing season, I get a brush hog for the front of the skid steer. Use it for the 4 months that I got to mow. Because all I'm doing is mowing the lagoons and mowing the around where the well's at once they hay it.
The thing is on this, if you like, if we get the bucket truck sold, we get the backhoe sold, we're not gonna get a lot out of the
So the
backhoe.
backhoe, so, and not to get too deep into our
It's
but
both.
You
Well,
can have a seat in
Oh,
that chair
no,
too.
like
I had to run
backhoe,
the
for
40 this
example, is
morning,
setting up,
so I
it's still in
think
Skyview.
It's still up there.
Yeah,
Just a little
so
short
Skyview
drive.
called me back, Mark called me back up Skyview. Right now, his estimate without it, depending everything goes exactly like the book says, we're at about $7,000 to fix it. In the last 2 years, on Purple Wave, on Machinery Pete, on Big Iron, those are averaging between $6,000 and $9,000 is what they've been selling for the last 2 years.
Even
So
in
we're
that
looking at
condition?
a $7,000 investment on a possibly
No,
$9,000
it's not worth it.
piece of
Oh,
equipment.
gotcha.
But will it go for anything on Purple Wave if it's not fixed? That's
So
fine.
what we're fixing, so we have to fix certain things, right? Because it's going to take time. Even if you guys decide slap the table tonight, we're going to go with fully. It's going to take time for us to figure out where the money's come from, right? And for me, I still need to fix the oil pan gasket leak. I gotta fix the hydraulic hose. The hydraulic hose itself, the one I have to buy is $450. I think Goodyear's putting gold in their hydraulic lights. I'm not sure.
We have
Brett may be able to tell us. I don't know why it's so expensive. Right.
have we looked at going with advanced hydraulic down in Natchez?
So advanced hydraulic, I could go with them,
Mhm.
but the hose is probably going to be about the same.
Okay. I didn't know. if
And
we
they'll
looked-
put it on and everything.
No, advanced one.
No,
Skyview.
where
Oh
it
yeah,
is now.
it's up at Skyview. They're doing it.
Yeah.
And once they do
I
that,
was just
and the
curious
oil
for
pan
one.
and the oil pan gasket is going to put us like around the $6,500 mark for getting everything else fixed on it. Because there's 3 leaking cylinders on it. That's about $600 right there, just in parts alone. So, because I only know that because the outrigger cylinder was $250 for the packing and everything. And then we paid half an hour, basically $84 for them to fix it.
Let's say we got the skid steer loader we're gonna sell, we got the backhoe we're gonna sell, we got the tractor that we're gonna sell, mini excavator that
Yeah,
we're
the
gonna
mini
sell.
X will go.
So
both
what-
both the attachments.
So what I'm looking
track-
at is like from a return on investment situation here. So you've got that monies that we could use potentially to fund maybe 1 to 2 years of this. Potentially, maybe 1.5.
Maybe
I don't
one.
even know.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe.
But you're talking about that for, to get it started. So, I mean, that's something that we need to talk about later. But, I mean, I'm just saying that's part of it.
The machine that's at the shop, when was that purchased?
Which one?
The one that's,
The mini X. That one, the new one?
no, the one that you were just talking about.
The backhoe,
The
95,
backhoe?
Yes.
95,
I don't know when it was purchased. I can tell you it's a 96
96.
model.
I think they
I don't-
purchased it new.
Yeah, but I think that would have still been the time that they were running a lease program here until,
Well, they were running a lease program when Keith Tolliver was here. And after Keith Tolliver left, the lease program quit.
right.
No,
I don't
that was
know
when
when that
Best took it. That was when
How
Best
many
took
how many years did Buzz work?
So it had to be after 2000 because he left here in what,
Probably 2006, maybe.
he left here in 2006?
And
8?
Jimmy was here for what?
11,
15
12 years.
12 years?
Jimmy quit in 21,
No, Jimmy quit 22, well, 23.
23.
23.
We'll let you know, like on your attachments and stuff, if you do decide to sell those, they don't bring very much like your bucket and stuff like that. So if you look at the price of a new bucket, it's about $2,000 on a new bucket. Maybe figure you'd get about 500
Yeah.
on that.
Depreciation.
Yeah. That kind of stuff. And your broom.
Good to have the info.
Should have, I guess.
Yeah, the broom, the grapple are both in really good shape for what they are. Like, I wouldn't be getting rid of those attachments. I'd still be, because I'm sure that it's got the same hydraulic connectors on your cat as this.
They're wrong different.
Okay.
But I would, when the customer.
Yeah.
Those are.
Mhm.
I don't know, I did not quote the backhoe with the thumb on it, because I thought you were.
Yeah, no thumb.
Okay.
Wouldn't want to do the thumb on it. Don't really need to. The only thing hydraulic for the backhoe would be a clamshell bucket.
Yeah.
So,
And this is the special pricing for,
government.
Yeah.
And so, if you guys wanted to just buy it outright, they don't do government loans through full leaf. That's why I said month on basis. They do leases, but government loans. But you do get credits from Caterpillar on new stuff. But
Does-
it takes like 12% off the asking price.
Did you check our insurance and see how much our insurance is on any of the equipment or anything?
What was that last bit?
Have you checked any of the insurance to see how much our insurance was on any of it, or if it was even in?
they were trying to find out whether or not it's even insured.
Yeah, that's
Him and Lisa were both trying to figure that out because they haven't found anything saying, yes, this is insured.
our insurance company can't
Like
tell
our
us.
equipment?
I'll have to go back over there and try to figure it out.
Just
But-
wait till we get a little bit further down the agenda. Like, just wait.
It gets
I thought I had seen the max amount of incompetence I could ever imagine in
Oh,
my
no.
life.
No,
Good
I-
fun.
I
We-
will look
we need
into it.
we need to get you where you can leave.
I will have a freaking insurance before
Um,
this term is
I think
over.
we need to. I think
Not you. It's not you.
I personally, I think we need to look at this and look. I mean, we can't keep our city superintendent with equipment that doesn't work.
No.
How many hours?
The amount, I was gonna say, the amount of time that he spends running for parts, trying to fix stuff, he spent half his week trying to fix a piece of equipment that he needed to do another job. Like, this is not efficient.
No, it's not at
It's
all.
not, we're hemorrhaging money and man hours and parts and things that could have been prevented with just a little bit of maintenance.
A little bit of
Just a little bit.
TLC is all it
Just a
would
little
take.
bit.
Well, and on the warranty,
yeah.
so the only thing that doesn't cover is gonna be wear items. So if you do break those, it will not cover that on there. But the average lifespan of a new piece of equipment is 7 years. What it should last. Now, if it gets pinched or something, that's something. It could have been. And then you'd be responsible for greasing, shouldn't be able to, but it's pretty standard.
Well, at least we would have service records now.
Well, and
We
I,
wouldn't
did you
even need
catch
them.
the oil change cost?
Well, I agree. I agree with you on that, but I mean,
Wow.
so. But no, I think we need to.
And I mean, I know it's a terrible sales tactic, but reach out to John Deere, see what they can do for you. Bobcat, I mean,
So I have reached out to Bobcat already. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
I reached out to Bobcat, equipment share down there by you guys, Topeka. So like Heritage, I've left a couple messages with Heritage Director, so we'll see how that all works out. I may have to have somebody else call because my last name's Callahan.
Mayor.
It's really fair from that bill.
well, and that's, we're never gonna be the cheapest out there, but what we do have is dealer networks. If we need a part for something, we can usually have it next day. Parts field service, I usually have a guy up there the same day to work on something that hasn't been running.
And to be honest, and not to talk crap on anybody, that was my concern with equipment ship is their support. Like basically, they're about 8 years old maybe. They just don't have the same support that Foley Caterpillar has, And I work for Heritage Tractor. I know what their numbers look like. I don't think they're the ones. And again, quality of equipment and the kind of people that are going to come out with it.
Well, and even if it was a situation where we had to take the piece of equipment back to a Foley store, we have a service loaner program where I'd be able to loan you piece of equipment while it was being worked on. And that's all.
Yep.
Is there, like, if there was another piece of equipment or something that Ryan needed to do a job with, but he wasn't sure, maybe that's what would work? Is there like a try it before you buy it kind of thing? Like, actually, this was a terrible idea, or no, I love it kind of deal?
I mean, it's an apple time. I mean, even at, Austin over here, Austin Martin, he just bought an excavator for me and I funded him for a week just to make sure it was the right size. So even attachment, you want to try out the attachment. Make it, those things, if they are expensive and the return, if you want to sell it after you figure it out, didn't work for you, you're gonna get it back. So yeah. Usually on those, it's a 3-day demo, is what we call it. And that goes for equipment, attachments. Anything like that.
How about like on,
You got 3 days.
depreciation rate, like at the end of 7 years, and then if we wanted to buy it, and then what's the average lifespan of these?
Yeah, so on your smaller items like your skid steers, usually about 4,000 hours. I'm not saying that's gonna be the end of it, but that's when you really see a spike in depreciation. Your backhoes, 10,000 hours, you can get out of those usually, judging by the amount of hours you have on yours. So the way I have it set up on here, you get 500 hours a year. That's the way that price is set up on there.
Yeah.
So, and that's on each piece of equipment. If you think you're gonna need more than that, they go every 500 hours. So it can either be 500 hours a year or 1,000 hours a year. The price reflected on there is 500 on each piece.
And you don't anticipate going over that
Yeah,
anytime?
that's pretty accurate, just judging by how long we've had the equipment and how many hours are on it right now. Looking at, and the only way I can judge that is, I mean, what Jeff wrote down as in February, this is when he serviced the equipment, this is the hours mileage on it, based off of that, and I think the day after he came up, I looked at how many hours miles were on him, or how many hours were on it, and I just like, okay, this is how much we put on it since February.
If we would go over that 500 though, is there any additional cost that's charged?
There is, I'd have to get with my finance guy on that to see.
Like
it would be
you're
per hour
a
basis.
little more proactive, you
So
know what I
can
mean?
get that number.
And then if you don't
Yeah,
have
that'd be
the
great.
truck and the mini X and all that stuff.
Yeah, I was
then
just
we'll
basically doing it,
use
but if we
the
did, we
backhoe,
didn't know that.
the skid steer, will you use them more? If you don't have the
I
other.
mean, I still have the truck, trailer, but
And is it averaged out per 7 years, if we, or is it 500 hard, like a year?
So it's average out for that set.
Okay.
So if you go over 1 year, you need to cut back the next year, or if you if you have a big snowstorm 1 year where you're using the skid steer, more, and hopefully it doesn't happen every year.
hope it doesn't happen at all.
Would it be something where if we were realizing like, oh crap, we're really using this thing a lot more, like could we up it
Yeah.
during our lease? Like
So after 2 years.
after 2 years you can do that?
So, and even on the buyout at the end, if you want to adjust something, it has to go 2 years, but after that 2 years, we can adjust it up.
Okay,
Never down. but
never
up.
know.
Yeah.
But also on this, it's like if we wanted to look at, let's say, instead of looking at 7 years, 5 years, how much more what kind of percentage does your payment go up with a 5 year versus a 7 year?
I'd have to go with my finance guy on that. The rate's gonna stay the same, the interest rate, which it's actually come down a little bit over the last 2 years. So it's looking good. But that is not a very rate increase. So once you gotta do something, it's not going, that increase is
Locked in.
Yeah, yeah. But I can get 5-year terms on there. What do you guys want to see? I guess what's important, we've got this.
What's important to me is that he's got equipment that is reliable and he can, like, when there's a job that needs done, he can jump in his backhoe and do it.
I mean, I'd like to see the 5 year rate plus anything over 500 hours, how much additional that would be. And that's
Is it
basically the only thing I would have.
Or 1,000, not 10,000, not 10,000. Sorry.
No, but I mean, that's the only thing.
I'm not doing that much work.
Right, like, how about-
We start driving it home instead of driving a pickup.
It's gonna be a nice slew, right?
So if I had numbers put together for 5 year and 1,000 hours, and then also 5 year was 500
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
And then the 7
The 7 with.
7 with the 1,000.
That would probably be the most economical route to go would be the longer term, just as far as what you can get out of that machine. If you guys do decide to buy that,
Yeah,
as far as negotiation.
yeah. It's just what it looks.
Um, least pushy guy ever. I mean, if if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. That's not fine.
Well, I mean, I see something like this working for us a lot. What we got's not working at all. Hasn't worked. So
Well, I mean, truthfully, looking at something like this, it's more financially feasible for us to do something like this than it is to be going out and buying a brand new piece of equipment or even a new to up. You know, yeah, you can buy used equipment, but you also don't know what problems you're inheriting.
you're buying somebody else's headache. So
You
Right.
can always go warranty on that kind of stuff, but at the same time, the cost of the warranty goes up. I mean, I quoted a dozer today for 2 years, 1,000 hours, and it was 14,000. And that only covers powertrain, hydraulic, or this covers everything. So powertrain, hydraulic, technology. The only thing it doesn't cover is the wear items and tires and belts.
and you guys are out of St. Joe.
St. Joe, I'm actually at Topeka.
Oh, okay.
I cover all the way up to the Nebraska line. But yeah, and then you'll also have a service representative kind of attached to this as well, Jesse. But he'll come a couple times a year and look at the equipment and make sure that, once we're going into the winter time, that you guys not gonna have to run into an issue. He kind of some sort of machine.
So, sorry,
Yeah. No, you're-
if we have a belt or like tires that go bad, need changed, does you guys would provide a service person to come out, but we would just have to pay for the hours that it would be and the parts, or how does that work?
So on the wear items, we provide parts. Like I said, I can usually have a part here the next day or something like that. And then if you want to do the maintenance on
Yeah, I
it,
could probably I could do most of those simple things.
We have
I
somebody now
will
that
tell
can
you,
actually.
maintenance
Oh, yeah.
or service tax is $250 an hour.
Yeah, we're not trying to start that truck.
Yeah. Yeah, they better be
Yep.
back at the office. If it's a warranty item, you don't have a deductible or anything like that. They can get.
I mean, that is nice. That part is.
Yeah.
I guess if something does come up and he needs somebody to come look at his equipment, is he dealing with like a 1-800 number and whoever answers the phone? So there is a, like,
Direct
does he
call.
call you?
I call
Jeff.
Jesse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either me or Jesse.
Because that's the other thing, like that
Jesse-
warranties that look great on paper, but try to get anything done with them.
Jesse's, he's worked with Boeing for over 20 years. He started out as a tech and but I tried to get him to go up here tonight, but his kid had a baseball game, so.
Is he out of Topeka too?
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, and typically, it's from, St. Joe's closer, or we've got a guy up in the area. We'll just send one of these guys.
Well, thank you for providing all this
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
Right.
Thanks for coming and meeting with us and
Absolutely.
giving us this
Yes.
So
information.
if you need to come back, if you guys want to meet Jesse, I'd be more happy to come back. to another meeting.
We'll take
Just wanna make sure
Ryan's
you come back.
word for it.
Oh, you'll bring cookies.
Ryan wants swag, so
What's that?
We can do that.
But yeah, I appreciate you coming up.
Yes.
Do you have
very
any
much
other
so.
questions you think we need to ask?
I know. I talked to him that week. I wanted him to come here because I knew I wouldn't have the same questions that the city council has. My questions are not about what's written down on paper. My
Yours is
questions-
functionality.
That's what I want to know.
Those are my questions. And he's looked at what we have. We discussed where I need to be with the attachments that we want to run. And he knows better than I do what I need. I just know how to operate it and fix the city.
So like I said, I'm more than happy to come back again if you guys, just like you're in the same level.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
yes, thank you.
Yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know.
Yep.
Happy to put an email together or something like that.
Yeah, we may have a follow-up meeting at the end of the month. I can shoot you a text and give you a date after tonight. And
Yep.
then, if you can get the new quotes up to me, just email it to me and I can bring them up to the
Yeah.
council.
I was gonna ask too, because the September 6th, if we don't get a vote or a resolution or a plan by our next meeting, which will probably be around the 27th, like that would be pushing it. Like our next meeting after that would be like
It's not
Is
gonna-
there a little wiggle room on that date?
There is, and I can always shoot out an updated one. The only thing the only reason why we put a date on there is because CAT changes their credits that they allow for government every 30 days. It changes. Be more happy to put something together right before your meeting, so you know the exact amount.
Okay.
So, yep. Well, I appreciate it. If you guys have any questions? Ryan knows that you're
Yep.
I would have brought cards, but I ran out. Of work that not the office, so, but.
Okay,
Sorry.
Thanks, Brett.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Drive safe.
Yeah, appreciate it.
When do you think they'll have your equipment back?
Who knows?
We're waiting on the hose as of Friday when I talked to them. No, Thursday. They're still waiting on the hose to come in. That's really becoming a pain not having. We use the backhoe and Bobcat every day, so me not having them.
It might be
That's
worth
creating
asking Atchison to
a
get them.
problem.
Is the other thing fixed on it though?
Hmm?
Is the other thing fixed on it?
They had. Well, it could be. They may have fixed the door. I mean,
Because it's been a week.
yeah, and they've had that forward. So they could already have the hose. They could be fixing it today. And then Mark may have called me. I wasn't in the office at all today because of the pool, which we'll get to in the report. But I was up at the pool literally all day today, which is why I probably feel like crap.
I want to go swimming anytime.
It's down in the office. I'll go grab it. But I did grab it. It's locked up.
I've seen factors. Close sports one.
I can drop it off there. Awesome.
Perfect.
I can do
Can't wait.
what?
We'll talk.
So we'll ponder this and wait for the. Sorry.
It's all
I'd
about
be, I'd be willing to bet I'll have, it's Wednesday, I'm willing to bet Brett will have me numbered back by Monday. If he sends it to me like digitally, I'll just forward it to Adam and he can send it out to you all, which I'm sure he's not gonna drive back up here. It's probably just easier for us.
All right. You can send it.
Yeah, so we'll just send it out there so you guys can look at it. I think that this is the right move for me because the equipment.
Do we have to wait to sell everything else to do this?
So this is another thing that I wanted to bring up, and I did talk to Brett about it. Brush hog in particular. He's gonna let me demo a brush hog for the front of the skid steer. He's gonna do that because it's 20 acres
Is
worth
that
of
for the
mowing out
design
there.
or the sign?
And on the front of a brush hog, I don't know what
Was that
it looks like
included?
time wise. I don't know. Safety wise, my biggest thing with brush hog is God. But if I can get the spots
She was
that I
doing
need
it
to get
too.
with that one, then I want to get rid of
Hmm.
the tractor and the brush hog. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right now, it's just kind of.
Yeah, I thought she was just doing it. 'Cause she knew she-
That's
yeah.
those would be the only two items that I would want to keep
We didn't know
until
about that part,
next
did we?
mowing season. Unless this happens by some form of magic, by the end of mowing season, those are the only things that I would keep. Everything else, like the Mini X has 36 hours on it. They bought it 2 years ago. Like that thing is almost brand new.
Yeah.
There's other things too that we have that I would just start liquidating. I'm already in contact with Doug with Purple Wave because of the bucket truck. And I told him, I was like, be prepared. There's gonna be most likely more items coming up. And I want him to hop on the sale as soon as possible. Luckily, this particular bucket truck has given me the problems that you're gonna have with everything when you're trying to sell it. So I shouldn't have run into any issues with the rest of the equipment now that I know what the problems are for this one.
Good. Are we all in agreement that we need to do this probably though?
The bucket truck?
No, no.
Just.
Oh,
the
this?
The equipment.
leasing,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So now it's just a matter of whether we're gonna,
Terms.
what the terms are.
yeah.
Because we probably need to get this done, like you said, as soon as possible.
Yeah. How long does it take them to get it to us? After we sign it?
The equipment.
Yeah.
I'll probably have the next day. As long as they got it sitting on the lot, close, they'll trailer it up here.
Okay.
Unless I want to drive Bobcat up there.
No, they can deliver.
No AC. Can't stress how excited I am. And the heat works. We know it works. Right.
Well, if it doesn't, if it doesn't, then
They fix it.
Like, it's been too hot to figure it out anyway.
Yeah. But yeah.
So once we get those numbers, we need to make a decision.
So are we gonna have a second meeting in this month then? for that?
Well, we have been
You
having
know,
two
I didn't
meetings,
know
but
about it.
that could just be a
Why
a
do it?
resolution of city issues.
I'm looking. Are we ready for invoices yet?
Yeah, the bills.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a question. There's a bill in here for Haley Deagle, which I understand she did the work on it. We did not know that we were getting charged $1,100 for the design work on it. That should have got put in on the grant. If I had known that, I could have put that on the grant. And it could have got covered. We would have got more money on the grant.
Is that grant still open? That we can apply for more?
No. Not once you get the project done, I think you're done.
Oh,
Well, it said you could apply for
I thought we
a
could
while,
apply for
We
more.
can, we may want to do that then if we can apply for more because this was not included on it. And it should have been.
Well, and we
So-
didn't know what to expect, like how many hours that she put into it.
Well, I know that, but I mean, we should have, if we'd had an estimate, we could
Yeah.
have put it on there, on the
I
grant.
literally thought she was doing it because she.
I did too. I thought she was doing it for free of charge.
No, I was for sure there was gonna be something. I didn't expect her to.
But we needed,
do that for
that should
free.
have been, we need to see if we can get it added to the grant. Because,
How do we like apply for more with the grant that we have?
it's in the instructions on the grant. I'll look and see what I can
Because we
find
were
out.
talking about doing that anyways to do like seasonal banners and things like that.
Or like the signs for the sides, the other sides.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
this should have been on the grant.
Yeah, I agree.
So
And if we can add it to the grant, I think that's fine, but I
Yeah, I think
guess
so.
I wasn't expecting you to do it for free.
well, I
It's
didn't
a
even
long
know.
time.
I wasn't expecting it.
It's
But I wasn't
expecting
expecting
$1,100
either.
Right, right.
I wasn't expecting 25 hours of work though either.
How many designs did you come up with?
Oh, I
Like
guess she did.
two. I mean, there's like 8 to be.
Yeah, there was like
Yeah.
8 to begin with, and then we even changed
Whittled it
things.
down.
Yeah, I mean,
mean,
that's
that-
what I don't, I mean, that's what you have to have when you write a grant. I mean, and I asked if everything was there so we can do the grant. And you have to have the total amount up front that's saying, here's how much we're gonna be spending. So, just for future reference, don't do a grant and not have all your ducks in a row. So,
I thought design was one that was part of something that couldn't be written into a grant.
no, that design could have been written into the grant.
Yeah, if we can,
Anything that was
Add to
associated
it.
with that, anything that was
Yeah.
associated with that project could have been written into the grant.
I'll contact the lady who's been emailing me. I was about to submit the documents this week. So she should be able to tell me if it's past the date, if it's not.
Okay.
So I can send her an email tomorrow.
and if it's closed, we can look for. To do more signs.
I still would like to try to figure out where the breakdown in communication was though. Like that needs to be figured out.
Yeah, because I was never told anything about design or stuff.
I guess, I don't know. I thought also if there was a design cost that it was figured already into the site. So I was just, I don't know, me thinking that it was all just inclusive.
Yeah.
When you got the bill.
No, I don't know.
Is that usually how she would normally charge people for the design separate from
Well,
the
normally if you do it,
People.
normally if you do it with a sign
I thought
company,
they
you
worked
make it a
together
sign.
for some reason.
They used to.
Okay.
That's
Have
a
you
long-
guys seen the sign though?
It's
Looks
also.
good. Looks good.
The sign's good. I have a question though. Why did they put it so you only see it coming from the south? Because when you come from the north, you can't see the sign.
Well, that's
That's part of what we were talking about because I was under the assumption it was a double sided.
I was too.
Me
Thank you.
too.
I was too.
I think we all were.
Mhm.
Haley was, we all were.
So that's why I said we need to figure out where that breakdown happens. Because one of two things now needs to happen. Either there needs to be a second sign put out there, that mirrors that and goes on the north side,
Yep.
angled the same way,
Which I think would look good.
or we need to
Move that one.
move that one and make it
straight
parallel
up,
with
yeah.
better, with Edwards Road.
Yep. That would be the
Yeah, I don't know.
That
where-
would be the cheaper option.
route to go. Yeah.
Except, did they cement that in place?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a little more difficult.
No, yeah, they did.
They did.
They dropped. Did drop quickcrete in there, so it would be an undertaking to remove.
So, this point.
I think it looked good though. If we got second sign there and angled it.
I thought so too. I was like,
That would
why
be
is
better.
it angled?
Well, when I,
You're not
when I
getting
We
pulled
both
up,
tried to try and
I
figure
really
it
was
out.
like wondering, I was like,
and Ryan was like,
That's
so
why I
it's
said we
only
need to figure out
one-sided.
where
And
is
I
the,
thought he was like joking.
Lots of
Where is
the, like,
miscommunication.
no.
where, yeah, and where did that breakdown happen?
Yep.
Because,
I'm with you. The first time I saw, it, I'm like, it's supposed to be two-sided.
see, I'm-
and I like,
I agree.
Pay attention.
yeah,
Yeah.
so,
I thought there were two signs. Originally, I thought it was gonna be two signs there and then somewhere else, but
no.
The original bid that she had sent, it was more of a square. And then when we were getting two estimates, and Roderick needed different dimensions, so then Haley had to change the format of the sign to a different dimension, and then when that one got sent to the updated, the more rectangle than the square, when that got sent to something like company, then they in their mind it went to a one-sided instead of the two-sided. So she was feeling bad, Haley was feeling bad, I was feeling bad, don't know. But it was not intentional, that's for dang sure.
oh, I don't think it was intentional.
Was there a solution brought up by anybody? Like, if they could do something for a discounted rate or?
She mentioned, she mentioned it, she just they're was one-sided, so I don't know. But I think that we went and took pictures of the north, the coming into town, the tree USA.
Yeah, all that Lions Club,
Okay.
Yeah,
Arbor Day.
and then we went to the east side of town, took a picture over there. And so she said she was a couple weeks out, that she would try to find a collage or something, figure out how to do them. Okay, but who owned the green city limit signs?
State.
State highway.
And we can't put them on those.
can't
We
change.
can't change.
No. Yeah.
That's the state's deal.
Because Jeff said that, because that's what his assumption was, is we
But-
would put them on that and.
No, Jeff asked if we could take the green signs down.
Oh.
No, not take the green sign down. No, no. But could you?
Is Haley the one coming up with the designs for the collage?
No.
Okay.
No.
He's like,
Fair question.
no.
No, it was the lady from
Sure.
that took the
Okay.
pictures. But she wondered if that green, welcome to city sign, welcome to city limit, whatever, if we could add to that,
I don't
think you
I
can.
don't think we.
I don't
It's
think
gotta be
it's
separate. It's gotta
separate.
stand alone.
They don't like it when they put garage sale signs on those in
Yeah,
Atchison.
you can't do anything.
They when I worked for KDOT, they made us take them down. So yeah.
So I'd say,
Gotta be 30 feet from the
So, yeah.
center of the road.
But she's gonna
Ow.
try to come up with an idea of something, so.
very nice. I think it'd be nice, and then that's would probably be split between all the other Lions Clubs on there too, right?
And I even thought, I'm sure that the Lions Club would be willing to help pay for those ones on the north and east.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering if we could come up with. I mean, if we have 3 signs and they have 1, then maybe they could be able to put the 5th one.
But then I also thought if that grant is still open,
That's what I'm saying.
and we can apply for
Apply for all that.
use it.
Use it.
Have we got any money on that grant?
We've received one check so far, $1,950.
For a total of 3,900. 39.
39. Yeah.
So that's half. I think they have at the initial and then half.
Yep. So once I submit the documents and everything, then they'll send the last 50% check. But if we're gonna ask for more. I'll find out the steps if we need to submit everything, ask for more, or ask for more and submit later. So I'll figure out all of that.
So I apologize for
Is
it
that
only
perfect,
being
Trey?
one-sided.
I didn't even know, so I didn't bother me.
It does look very nice.
But it does look really nice.
When we did the initial for the Townsend Hub grant, you submitted this is how much it's gonna cost invoice, right?
I may submit a copy of the quote that Jenna gave.
So we submitted a quote. You know if they're gonna ask for another quote, so I'll figure that out as well.
It probably will, because on that,
For like the,
Yeah,
the other thing.
they want quotes on everything, so they know exactly what. But look,
And if we can open it again, then we can, if we want a second one, I think a second
That's
one
what I
looks
said.
good.
Yeah.
Like on the side. we
I
can ask
wouldn't-
for
I
that.
I think
wouldn't
we can
submit-
save the money on installation.
I wouldn't submit anything else to that grant unless
This
you
is a
have
postal
everything.
digger.
Design, installation, all of it. The building of it, everything, the
yeah.
manufacturing, the design, the installation, the design.
I can
Make
look.
sure, because otherwise you're not good, they're not gonna do it.
I can look at adding the design into it as well to see if it will cover.
But they were pretty picky about what,
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty spelled out. So,
And on the quote that we sent them, it did say double-sided, so hopefully we will still.
I don't know. But it's gonna be double the price. Another some backside of
It's
it.
a double-sided. Let's see what happened with the dimension and the materials and like, so the quote we got that we submitted, so.
Yeah, I honestly don't know what happened to the mix of it all, so. Sorry, I apologize.
Oh, it's not nothing you did. I mean, it just got.
I
We'll
was
just see what happens, what comes out of it.
Somebody let me know if we have another meeting this month.
Yep.
Well, I've got one at 6:30, one at 7, so I don't know.
We'll still be here.
We'll still be here.
Okay, then I might come back. I'll just see if there's cars still out here. I might, or you can just go home.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
All right, so did everyone have a chance to look through the bills? We have a motion to pay them.
Make a motion to pay the bills.
Are we gonna hold that invoice?
Really
Pay
can't
it and
hold- we really
hopefully-
can't hold it. It's gonna.
Pay it and hope we get reimbursed for it? Okay. Just
We don't
make, I
need
just
to-
wanna make
We
sure.
don't need to send them a copy of one that says mark paid. We need to send them a copy of one that does not say paid.
Right.
I'll send you that.
All in favor?
Right.
Any opposed?
Pay the bills.
Did everybody have a chance to read the minutes from the previous meeting?
Yep.
I move that we approve the minutes for all of the meetings. The minutes for the meetings.
I'll send it.
All in favor?
I.
Any opposed?
Careful.
Just start. We really need to start with the being registered printed again. That would be at least a thing. But we haven't had that in months.
I don't know what a bank register is, but she will.
Does anybody have their books?
What's your?
Remember when we had the bank register?
That's out.
What was the bottom there? Who got paid what? Like, we haven't had that in months. We need that.
I'm just gonna bring that up and improve it.
Oh, I just,
So
was
I've
like,
got it on my list.
yeah, we need to.
I've got that on my list.
Like, we've asked that several times.
Maybe stayed in the loop.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the bank
Yes.
registry.
I would
Okay.
say.
So the week after our last meeting, one of our lift stations stopped working. You know, everybody heard about that. That was super fun. Max and I went over there. It didn't, it's not that it stopped working. It was that, the vacuum pump wasn't getting a vacuum. And when we opened up, the old pump of the above ground lift station was leaking, from inside of it. So it was seeping out in between the impeller and the pump itself. Had Lloyd come out. The new pump that you guys had put in last year was never turned on. So it's never turned on because the 4-inch check valve behind it was leaking, so it also wouldn't hold vacuum. So Lloyd came out, brought me a 4-inch check valve. We put it on it.
Well, I
we
said,
reprogrammed it.
just wait.
We reprogrammed the
Just
board to
wait.
where it won't do a constant vacuum. Constant prime, it'll only prime when it needs to drain it. So when it floats. So he pulled the old pump, took it down there. He's fixing it. He'll give me a call when the old pump is done. He basically has to rebuild the inside of it. New seals, bearings, all that good stuff.
Because our old pump has been doing 100% of the work
Yeah, and again,
We paid for a new pump and didn't use it.
and didn't use it.
Were we supposed to turn the new pump on?
Jeff was.
so it's a switch inside of the board. Somebody knew that it was leaking, it wouldn't hold vacuum, so they turned it off.
Instead of getting it fixed.
So it wasn't, just so everybody knows, like that's how that particular situation went down. Somebody knew
Oh, we know.
somebody knew
We
something
know.
was wrong and they never fixed it.
So it got installed, it was working fine, and then at some point it stopped working and it got
I can tell you
switched?
that I got here on June 2nd, and as of June 2nd till now, that pump has never been.
Doesn't surprise me.
So, so we got that done. Fair went great. Blue buildings went
Plumbing stuff?
spectacular.
Good?
There was
Toilet good.
There was one plumbing issue all week, and that was on Saturday. And I told Johnny to put an out of order sign on it because I was heading to Raven Day with my daughter. And on Monday morning, I had it fixed and running fine in 20 minutes.
So the new toilets work just fine.
So it's not new toilets; they put in industrial
yeah.
insides in them.
Oh, okay.
So it all
Ah.
runs just much more.
So that's all we would have had to done all these years.
Whoever installed the toilet, the first installed toilet, never actually bolted it to the flange. So when they did the initial inspection, I mean, I'm backing up a couple weeks, but Katie and Adam both were like, "Hey, the toilet's wobbly. Fix the toilet." I pulled the toilet, it was never bolted to the flange.
It just pulled
What they
right
did, what they did was they pulled the bolts to the top,
Never bolted them down.
and they tightened the bolt, so it was tightened to the bottom of the toilet, not to the flange bolted down.
Yeah, cool. Because I was like, let's just see if we can tighten these. Like, oh, you shouldn't be able to turn these
Yeah.
bolts with your fingers. And then I was like, but this one just the bolt and the
Everything was spinning.
If
Not
somebody
our
said they
spin
can't
it.
be fixed, somebody said, "Oh, that can't be fixed." I wonder who that
well,
was.
they siliconed around the bottom of it to stabilize it. I don't know what more you wanted. I'm totally being
Surprised it wasn't duct
sarcastic.
tape.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys have
Blue building. What else in the blue
It's a
building?
joke.
We
Did
fixed.
you take them to figure, but the plumbing's working fine, so we're
Plumbing is
good.
fine. Plumbing, I would not. be
Thank you,
concerned about
Ryan, for
plumbing and
Yeah.
wiring.
Thank you for getting it fixed.
Everything
I'm glad
works.
I'm glad you can fix that.
Oh, hey, hey, hey.
Everything
Yeah.
works
I can't wait
as
to get
it's
to the food.
supposed to.
I can't wait to get to the food.
Stop, don't spoil it.
So we got the camera in a week ago. It was during the fair because I couldn't use it. I wanted to pull the toilet off
Yeah.
and snakes bite, but I wasn't able to. So we took it to the pool, and the reason the pool drains weren't working inside of the showers is because they're filled with paint chips from where paint has been scraped off, and then when they're sweeping it, it just fill up with paint chips, go through the grate, whatever, but every time they went in there to sweep it, more and more paint chips are going in there. We vacuumed it out and we vacuumed out the ladies and the men's, and then I ran the camera through both sides all the way to where they converge, and there's no blockage.
Good.
So
So
it's,
we didn't have to drill holes in the concrete
No,
floor.
no. He didn't want to do anything.
so I snaked
Don't get me
those.
started. Don't get me started.
Oh,
Um,
I'm already started.
Wow. So
We got-
now there's no
Lazy
standing
ass.
water in the middle of the
Excuse me.
pool.
huh?
So
There's
now,
no standing water in the pool.
No. The only standing water right now is on the patio area because those drains aren't draining. So we went to okay. So back to things that should have been done that were. The pool
chapter 3.
Pool 10.
has
chapter
2
10.
drains in the bottom of the deep end.
Yes.
Those drains are controlled by a valve outside of the pool. Me and Bill probably spent an hour today trying to get the valve itself. It's like, I don't know, it's a 8-inch valve on the side of probably an 18-inch pipe. Trying to get the valve to turn, it wouldn't turn. You came over and it's like, oh, he was pumping out. The reason he was pumping out is because that was broke. So it's something that's broke
The
that
valve
nobody
was
knew
broken. He
about.
wanted-
So we ended up having to use the big 3-inch pump to get as much as we could out today. We'll finish off as much as we can tomorrow. Apparently, Jeff hired Wheatland last year to pump out the remaining out of the bottom of the pool. I'm gonna use my smaller pump that we got and see if we can't get it all out that way.
So
One thing I'll tell you,
Right.
one thing I'll bring up to you, Ryan. Today I had to go down there and clean that storm drain.
Yeah, a
down
couple
in
people.
Woodbridge.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
went down and cleaned it because when I got down there, it was running all the way down Fourth and down
Yep.
into behind Turnbull's.
Yep.
And then I came up and I parked my car and looked like it looks like it's crap. So I pulled out 2 limbs out of it and then it just
Yep. And then Max and Bill went out and cleaned out the other 2 down George
yeah.
right here where it was because it was overfilling out the corner and then it was flowing down George there.
Yeah, I saw that.
So they cleaned those out and it started draining fine.
The pool has 2 drains on the bottom of the pool
That don't work.
that
So-
you should be able to turn a valve
Yeah.
and drain.
Mhm.
I wondered why they always had to pump it out.
Yeah,
Like,
shouldn't have to.
Yeah,
How long,
like,
have they
wow.
been, how long have they been pumping it out?
I'm
So
gonna-
you're draining the pool now? No.
No, well, I got the pump set up out there, but we turned it off because
Did the pump work?
Yep, pump worked fine.
Because he left it out all year.
First
First
pull started right up. We're gonna go out there tomorrow, get as much as we can pumped out, get as much water as we can out. Then we're gonna pull all the grates and then use the camera on them and see if we can't find. Because I'm assuming that there's some sort of a debris clog,
Paint chips.
but there's. God, let's hope so. But so the biggest thing that me and Bill can't figure out is that there's so much head pressure on that because of how many gallons our pool has.
Mhm.
Once we open that valve even a little bit, we should have heard water coming out. So I'm guessing it's not a clog. I'm guessing whatever that butterfly valve is probably just not good.
We never have been told about that at all.
And these are things that
so like, can you keep, once you get that fixed, the drain, can you like keep that open through the winter? So when it snows, everything just drains?
yeah, that's the way that's supposed to work.
Okay, because like, I did,
Let's hope it never snows as much as it did last year. That's gonna be a problem.
but
Or
like,
even like spring when it's
Yeah.
raining,
Okay.
that gets nasty in
Yeah.
there. The
when I
water
was
just
doing the
sits.
pool in like 2018, 19, and like they would have to come pump the pool out because all that rainwater, all the leaves, all that, and then it was brown. Like we were trying to scrub the bottom of the pool because it's brown from the leaves and water. So it's been like that for a long time.
Yeah, so
For like
I mean,
years at least.
there's a few things that we can look at. One, and I don't know when that pool was built either. So it's figuring out when the pool was built, how it was built, and perhaps there's another valve somewhere else that I don't know about, and that is 100% possible. There's about 8 smaller pipes that just dead end into the big tube by the pump house, and all of those have head pressure on them. So all of those are coming from the pool. The problem is that inside of that, there's no drain inside of that big thing. So it would just fill up and come out. Last year, Jeff turned the pumps on and he opened up all the sand filters and he just left the pump running with all the sand filters on, and that's how they pumped out a bunch of the water. The problem is that then filled the pump house with water because the cistern underneath of it goes to a 3.5, 4 inch pipe that runs all the way to the length, and that's what comes out on Mid Street, 4th Street, whatever that is. And that's what comes out on 4th Street right there by the pool, and it's supposed to drain out just as overflow from backwash or whatever. It's not meant for that. Max showed me a really cool video of everything in the pump house floating because last year that's how they did it.
Everything in the pump house was floating.
Yeah. So everything that, like the trash cans, the chairs, everything in there is floating.
And you wonder why nothing worked this year.
Yeah.
He knew what he
This
didn't
is
know
the
anything.
first year he did
So
it.
that's
I truly feel like there were certain things that were done to
Sabotage.
sabotage.
Yep, I
So
agree
that's
with
the
you.
cool-
Sabotage.
we did blow all the water out of all the lines. There's no more water in the lines. We went through the showers, got all the water out of there, put RV antifreeze and everything so nothing will freeze up. The only thing that I haven't done is the pool house itself because they still have to come clean. So I haven't turned off the water. I haven't done anything to their faucets so that they have water when they come in to clean.
Do they know not to mess with the bathrooms?
There was,
I told Katie we were doing it, so I'm sure they're not going to do anything, but I'll reiterate.
some little kid had pooped in the boys' bathroom and stepped in it, and it got in the blue flooring, and it was like one big piece at a time. But I could only like run so much water because then there would be water standing.
Yeah, we don't have standing water.
In 2018 or whatever it was.
That was a long time ago.
That pool was built back in, I want to say back in 2008.
Well,
When's that?
the
whatever
showers
loan
and
was
the
made.
bathrooms have been there since I was a kid. Like they're the same.
Yeah,
ones.
they didn't do anything to the pool.
Yeah.
That part of it, but they did the pool.
They redid the pool. Yeah.
You just never know what you're gonna get each day.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
But is it not infuriating that it was something that could have been fixed properly, easily,
Years.
a long time ago? We just didn't do it.
I won't say what I would
So
say.
your little camera fun to use?
yes, it really is.
Worth the
It
investment.
is a riot to use. We used it today on the. So the pool caught fire. Everybody knows that, right?
No.
No.
So there's a little green box by the big slide.
Pool didn't actually catch fire.
I keep telling people that. So the little box beside the
Oh,
pool
yeah.
has a sump pump in it.
Um.
There was black
We
smoke.
just got so much water, so much rain. It just filled it all the way up. Nobody knew that there was a switch inside of the pool house to turn on that sump pump, and it should run continuously. It has 2 floats on it, whatever. So it filled up. It got to the electric box, fried the electric box. There was a lot of smoke apparently. We ended up shutting down the pool
That's why I shut
on
it for
Saturday.
2 days.
Yep. And then Sunday when I got home from Kansas City, I came here and spent 7 hours cleaning it all out and then rerun the wires and all that good stuff. But it's fixed now.
So there's a button in the pool house
There's a switch.
that should be on
Yeah.
all the time.
Nobody knew about it. Like what we're gonna end up doing is once we shut the pool down, like we'll just have to go up there and check it. It'll be part of our daily checks. Just check on that because we're gonna shut the power off to all that once we're done. So then we can just go in there, flip it on for an hour or two, then come back and turn it back on.
So it
Like
needs
that's
to be
not-
continuously running.
Yeah, because
Throughout
you
the
get
year.
rain, whatever, and it starts filling up the hole. That being said, once I cut electricity, we're not gonna have the smoking issues. But the problem is that if I don't continuously pump it below where
You don't
my
wanna fry
outlet's
it.
at, as soon as I kick the power on, it's just gonna fry that
Yeah.
outlet again.
Sounds like we haven't had any
Oh.
problem with their doing for several years.
Also, adjuster came out for the
Ultra house.
shelter house, and he looked at it. He's doing the estimate or whatever adjusters do for a brand new roof.
Oh.
Completely brand new roof. He's going to submit everything for the gutters, but it's going to be kind of on the insurance company whether or not they're doing gutters on it. While he was here, I had him go down and look at the lean-to on the back of the shop. He's also going to go ahead and do the adjustments on that. So if we wanted to submit another insurance claim for storm damage on the back of the shop and get a new roof put on it, it may be worth it so that I can just lay gravel down it. Because if I go down to 2 pieces of equipment, I keep one in the main shop, one in in Bobcat where it goes, and then I can gravel everything underneath that, keep all my attachments there. So
And then you wouldn't have to build a
We're-
new.
not right now, you know.
Oh, no, we still need.
We have a leaky ceiling in the main part of the shop, but we've got 5-gallon buckets to catch most of that. the-
mold that's gonna end up growing in there or already.
In the
It's
in the
crazy, it's
bills,
fine.
there was like a $300 bill for the hardware store
Yeah, so
for a dehumidifier because Adam likes it like an ice box in here, and it got so cold or so hot outside. We started collecting water, so there's like ceiling tiles missing right now. I ordered a bunch of new ceiling tiles. I'm getting it all dried out. What happened was that whenever whoever came in and put in the new ductwork in here never capped the ductwork for the old stuff. So there's a duct, 18 by 18 duct in this utility room
Oh, it doesn't
that goes
stop.
straight to the ceiling, and when you put your hand in there, it's about 1,000,000 degrees. So I'm trying to find an actual cap for it. If I don't find a cap for it, I'm just going to end up putting fiberglass insulation in the bottom of it and then cardboard, because that'll block the heat from coming back out
Yeah.
and creating condensation where we had dripping water
Yeah.
coming off everything. So I'm waiting. Once everything's dried out, I'm going to go through and replace all the ceiling tiles, rehang that.
Makes motion that you can't have this thermostat above 70 or below 70.
So I told him to keep it to 72.
it's colder than that in here now, I feel.
So
It's
what
like
happens? What
Like, well.
what happens is it gets so hot in that room, the thermostat is right next to it. So today it was set to 70 and it got to 64 in the office.
Yeah.
Can we get you a fan?
So it's not
It's
that.
not
It's
new.
the,
It's
the,
because
it's the
the
utility
thermostat's
closet.
right here, and the heat from the utility
And
closet
we've got to
coming
leave that
out.
room. We've got to leave that room cracked until I can figure out how to cap that.
Yeah.
That duct. Otherwise, we're just going to continually have water. Like you can ask if we have in
Wow.
this area. Just from it condensating so bad. What else? Huh? Bucket truck. So the bucket truck was never registered. That's what I was going to talk purple with. So the bucket truck was never registered to the city of Effingham.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I told you.
Wow.
Freaking told you. It doesn't
So glad you
stop.
So
It never ends.
when Purple Wave came by to do pictures,
We don't own it.
We own it.
We paid for it. We just never registered it. So what happened is Purple Wave came down. They took pictures. I handed them the title. I didn't open the envelope that was handed to me, and I'm guessing that all they did was look at it with the other 3 titles. Like, okay, this is the one for the book.
The numbers match. That's what we did.
And so I handed it to the guy from Purple Wave. He opened it up, flipped it to the back, and he's like, I need you to sign all this stuff on the back. I'm like, okay. I was just waiting on him because there's a certain way you got to do it for auction, whatever. I don't care. He flipped it over. He's like, oh. He's like, well, this doesn't say City Effingham here. It says Carson Communications LLC. He's like, so you gotta have the one that's in your name. I'm like, oh, okay. And then as I'm driving up here and I'm talking to Lisa, I was like, I don't think it's ever been registered. And
How do we get a tag for it?
it doesn't have one. So it's been
No
driving around.
tag on it.
It is insured, however,
Well, that's.
and it doesn't leave the city. Like
That would be.
it was $50 to do it. But anyway, so I went
Not
up
you,
to
Adam.
the courthouse. Went up to the courthouse yesterday to try and get it registered, and I was afraid of penalties fees. But then I realized we don't pay tax, so it was just a flat $50. But the problem was is the title was filled out wrong from the previous sellers, so I had to
Rainbow?
call. Yep, Rainbow and the whatever Everest is where we got it from. So I called Rainbow and Everest. They got me a hold of the guy. I told him I was going to fill it out for him.
God,
Fill out
nothing
title.
is simple.
Got it taken care of. We won't have the new title for about 45 days.
So we have to wait that long to
Yeah.
sell the truck.
So I text Doug. I let him know. He's like, yeah, that's cool. He's like, we'll put it on the next auction, whatever. So I'm going to go through all
Nothing
the
you pick up is simple.
old titles,
No.
make sure all the other titles have been, or bills of sale, because we may not.
This poor guy knew equipment.
Guys, like every time he calls me, I'm like, this is it. He's gonna be like, F you, I quit.
Is everything
Like, I don't
insured?
know.
You know what I mean? Like, is
The
everything?
trucks are. I know that because I have all the truck insurance cards. They're in they're in the work truck. But those are the only things that I can guarantee.
But we didn't even tag it either. That's another thing. Why would
That's
you not tag it?
crazy.
Is your truck that you drive, is it up on tags?
So you only pay for it once. Municipality.
Okay. Okay.
Municipality, you pay $50 for your plate.
Just remind me, I gotta pay for it.
That's it.
I know too.
So I paid it. They gave me the temp tag, which I handed to Lisa because I'm never going to need it because I don't use the bucket truck. I handed her all the paperwork I got from the county treasurer. And I was like, hang on to this until our new one comes. And then I asked the treasurer's office if I had to pay for a tag since I don't need a tag because I'm selling it. They're like, yeah, you still have to pay for it. So I was like, what do I do with the old tag? And she's like, recycle it. So I don't know. I'll probably hang up the shop as the
Yeah.
one thing that we bought from our reason. I'm sure that's the only thing we bought from our reason. City of Effingham.
There's been other stuff they bought for no reason.
It could be the wall.
We're not going to use the bucket truck, but the
No.
Christmas decoration.
That is an insane
That's an
amount of
insane
money.
idea. We shouldn't have spent $16,000 on it in the first place to do that.
Well, I
We
think
got people that will volunteer to do
Yeah.
it, or we can rent.
Austin
something. The
said
heck
that
of a
I
lot
could
cheaper.
come up there and rent a scissor lift from him and then just bring it down here
Yeah.
and do it and then take it back. I'll
Why
be
would you
done in
spend
less than a
$16,000
day.
on a truck to do? That's all the purpose you use it for.
It's not heated though.
Huh?
It's not heated.
Yeah. I'll figure that out. I'll tell you, buddy.
They
And
have
then
electric vests now.
The ceiling fans fixed with bucket truck first.
we have a ladder. We literally have a 15-foot ladder or a 12-foot ladder because I fixed our garage door broke.
The garage door in the blue building is still broke too.
So I think that needs a new garage door motor.
Yeah, because we
I
couldn't.
don't know
open
when it
any
was
day.
installed. I was looking at it the other day, but the garage door broke in the city shop. I got it fixed. And I think that's it. I do want to talk about non-elected personnel at some point.
Okay. Do you need us to make a motion to do that now?
Because I can't do that.
How many minutes you want? 15? Okay. I make a motion that we go into executive session to include the council, the mayor, Adam and Ryan for 15 minutes
I'll
to
second.
talk about non-elected issues.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we're gonna recess into executive session. We'll need the audience to step out for.
We're live.
Once they come back in, I got one more piece of business and then we are done. If you look in your guys' packets, Jake did send a more detailed
Yeah, I
bid.
saw that.
I know we're not going to do anything till the adjuster gets back with us on,
Oh, yeah.
but he said, even the adjuster said, like, so he admitted, he's like, the adjusters usually always overbid whatever it's going to be. So, I mean, I wouldn't suggest slapping the table on who we're using, but definitely just take a look at them.
Look them over.
See if that's what you wanted. And if it's not what you want,
How did you start making phone calls yourself?
Is this the same one?
huh?
Is this
Yes.
the same
For
one?
Pat? Is
Yeah.
that Illinois?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing changed on that. Huh?
So how did you feel about this one with all the details from Gaskell?
I mean,
Is it more like what this one is too?
Yes.
I think it is.
More closely
Yeah.
related?
I think it's more apples to apples. if
So
you
they're
will.
pretty close. They're 2,000 difference. so-
Yeah. I can tell you firsthand,
4,000.
L&L is technically going to be the parent company, but L&L would be doing all the
On the season.
They're gonna, yeah, they're gonna bid it out.
Yeah, they have people out of St. Joe's going to come and do their stuff.
Okay.
L&L did.
That's who's gonna. They don't do
do roofs.
But they get people.
They subcontract with them.
So I know Jake is gonna be the guy. His people will be the ones coming.
Yeah. In fact, they're doing
And-
a project at
And I think,
It's now, I think.
and this would be an added question to ask the insurance company, but I think the insurance company also has people that they use. So maybe
Okay.
another option would be being like, hey, who would you
Recommend.
guys use?
Yeah,
And
that's a
then-
good question.
So
That'd be
not
good
give
question.
you more work. I'm gonna talk to a lot.
Okay. You know,
And that concludes my report.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think you need to
I'm
ask.
sure
me
there's more
later.
problems. I really need to just outline.
I do have a question for you. Where are you with where are we with Leroy's Culvert? He asked me again about it.
I've not had a minute.
Okay.
Oh, I'm not done. The pump station. This isn't a problem. It doesn't cost anybody money. Well,
Yeah.
okay. So part of the sewer wastewater reconditioning program that you guys got with B&G, I'm sure everybody is kind of aware of this program.
Mhm.
It's taking the lift station that we've dumped a bunch of money into in the last 12 months and getting rid of it, and they're gonna put it in the ground. I talked to Adam, talked to Lisa. All the money that had put into it in like the last 2 years, that's all going to go into get sent to B&G and go into a grant proposal for construction and help us get more money for that project. But basically, and I don't know how many of y'all have driven to where Seabury kind of used down there,
Yeah.
but where that lift station's at, it's going to move basically in the middle of the road, and then the road gets moved. I talked to Sam, who's the lead guy with the water and everything today. He's going to give me a quote on having it because B&G's technically already surveyed all that property, but I don't
We're back to the west.
north into the
Where's the road gonna be?
so the road will then move. So where Pat, I don't know who lives there, but Pat Donaldson owns it. Pat
You're
Donaldson.
talking like on this side, the north side of Seabury.
North side
Going.
of Seabury.
It's a dead end, right?
Oh. So south end of Seabury where it dead ends. There's a lift station. It's 30.
Right.
The address is 301 Seabury.
It's on the north side of the north side of the creek.
Yes.
Yes, that's
In
what I was
between
saying.
Creek,
Yes.
creek and the road. It's gonna get moved 8 feet and put into the ground, basically into the road.
So it's gonna move to the west.
They've already been surveyed. B&G's gonna come out. Well, he's gonna tell me how much it's gonna cost in gas to have somebody come out and stake it, so that we can explain. Because Pat Donaldson, his tenants, I don't know who owns it, has a lot of stuff in the right of way, to include a shed, and that's gonna be a road. And I feel that's gonna be a friction point.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just go and tell them we're putting a road there. It's their property.
It's the
Not-
right away
It's
though.
city
The
right of way.
way. It's on
They
city
should-
right
That's why it's already been surveyed. I'm just gonna have them stake it out to what
They should have
city
never put
right
it
of
there
way.
in the first place.
How long has it been there for? Do you know?
It's been there a while. It's an old one.
But yeah, I feel that being a friction point. And I already talked to Pat about it. And he came by about some other issues.
But it's the tenant, not Pat, that has the shed.
Yeah, and I told Pat, I was like, hey, I'm gonna have him come out survey it, see where your property line ends and where the right
Oh,
of
it's
way's
the
at.
tenant that put it in. The tenant's in
I
there.
think
now?
it's the tenant because
Then
it's all
that's
the
new,
tenant
then.
stuff around it. So
I guess you could see if we got a permit for it.
Building permit. They should have had one. I had to
Depends
buy
on how
2 of
long-
them for my shed.
Depends on how long ago it was.
No.
Don't think you will.
and one of the manholes that feed that lift station's clogged. So Wheatland's got to come out on the 27th, the next meeting.
Is it
And-
paint chips?
No, it is not. And unfortunately, we only have one pump run right now, so we can't pump it down
Oh,
to see where the clog is. So Wheatland's gonna have to pump out all the solids out of it, all the solids out of our lift station, and then jet Cameron's line. So that'll
That
happen.
pump station has been nothing but a royal pain since I've been here. That's been 3 years.
Well, the biggest concern is
Well,
that
if those things can be properly maintained.
yeah.
those lines are PVC. They were put in like 20 years ago, and there's enough trees around it that they're afraid there's root intrusion on them. And if there's root intrusion, it's going to be a lot more hefty of a project than just moving the line, basically. More to follow.
Okay.
Speaking of the pumps,
And
did
that-
we ever get any kind of a maintenance schedule set up on the pumps?
So we did. So every 6 months, I have to do the pumps at the pump house, the water pumps. I just did those with Lonnie 2 days ago, Monday. I did those with Lonnie. Talked to Leroy. Leroy is, or yeah, Lloyd. Lloyd. He's the pump guy that everybody uses around here. Apparently, he's out of Olathe. Talked to him. He gave me a whole bunch of parts, and he's like, "Your service is just basically making sure it's not leaking, and if it is, here's everything you have to do to fix it."
We had a filter though that filled up with I forget what they call this, the black stuff. And that's what caused
That's like desiccant.
that's what caused those pumps to go out. Remember? Because Jeff had said, well, they were supposed to be maintained once per year. They hadn't been done in 10 years.
But I think you have to
Yeah,
pull
there's
the
some
pump
that
out.
comes in as like an acid wash or something.
Yeah.
But I think
Uh,
that-
Lloyd said, "Don't pay money for chemicals." Lloyd said, "It's they're selling snake oil, but they tell you to put chemicals in it." Because I brought that up because Bill said what they use in theirs is some chemicals from Mark, which is Mark. Mark is a company. They're a very expensive chemical company. And he's like, "Oh, it's supposed to break down all fats and stuff so that your solids are a lot looser to go through your pump so you won't mess up your pump so bad." When I asked Lloyd about it, Lloyd's like, "Don't ever put chemicals in your lift stations." He's like, "That is probably the worst thing you can do."
Well, we were told that Jeff had to hire this guy to
It's
come in
upside
and
down
they
there.
had to do
They had to clean it.
they had to actually clean the filters on it. And
But they had to
That's
pull-
probably so. I know that they did stuff on the submerged lift station.
Yes.
I don't think that was
Just
the
had to
above,
pull the pump
yeah,
to
I
do
don't
it.
believe that was the above ground lift station.
But have we got anything set up on those? Because I know he
I didn't know
had-
that was a problem until just now. So
Yeah.
You might want to ask them if there's like a like.
I'll talk to
center-
He told us they were supposed to be done once a year and they hadn't been done in 10 years. Is that the statement everybody else heard?
It was
Yeah.
it was something about that, yeah.
I'll call Lloyd about
Because
it.
we're like, how the hell did this just go out? Boom, done.
Well, two of them went out for the same purpose, same reason. That was $10,000 a
It was a
pop.
buildup. It was some buildup.
Yeah, it was a black mineral something. I can't remember the name of it. But that
Carbon?
No, it wasn't carbon. It's something that starts with M. That had attached to the filters, and that was because they hadn't been cleaned out in 10 years.
$10,000 a year seems pretty steep too for something like that.
Well, no, the pump.
No, the pump cost
Oh, okay.
$10,000.
I was like, I thought you said it cost $10,000.
We had to go twice.
Filters. I was like,
It's
$10,000
$10,000.
because we had to we had to replace two of them.
and I'll ask
Somebody
Lloyd about
told
it.
me.
I'll call him tomorrow. I got to call him, check on how the other pump's doing anyway.
But I think it's my understanding that I think that somebody from a company has to come pull it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
Awesome.
I don't have
They
any.
do an acid wash on it.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah, they'll have to use a big tall truck to pull that pump. I don't have to.
I don't think
have
it's
anything
something you
that's
could do.
big managed, no.
Now are you done?
Now I am done.
Until tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
You're gonna have somebody check on the garage door from the blue building.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna end up pulling that motor down and putting mine in it from the shop and seeing if it fixes it. And if it does, then that motor's probably bad because you can hear it clicking when you hit the button. You hear it clicking off, and it won't pull it.
You might be able to write a small book in your first couple months.
You don't have time for that.
Definitely spend a little. You're welcome.
Better be worth it. Welcome. Are you here to address something in particular or just here to partake in the meeting or?
Both.
Okay.
The letter I got from you guys, I didn't have a chance to come up here those nights you guys had it. Some of it I think is just a little ridiculous. But, you know, I want to get notification on every night.
Okay.
If you would give me your information, I can take it. I can send an email to our code enforcement guy. He's the one who did the initial inspection. And then he should be able to get a hold of you. So I'll come down there so you don't have to tell the camera your phone number or anything.
Anything else? I should go through my next message with you and see if I can find
Yeah,
some.
go ahead, look, do some research.
Well, I hope so.
This is the easiest part of your job.
It really is. I think I got too much heat today. I don't.
I tell you what, I was up there working at St. Margaret's today. I had worked for 3 hours. I went home and I was wiped out. I was totally wiped
There were some things that they did.
out. I went doing half the work.
That isn't it. I wonder if when
When they redid it, there were some drains that are no longer a thing, so that could be, but I don't know why they made that one not functional.
I wonder if that's it. I wonder if that's the. Is that the? There's 2 drains at the bottom.
Right.
But why would they cap them when they put in the?
I think that happened like around when those kids were starting to get sucked into drains and pumps and stuff at the bottom of the pool.
And this is why I kind of want to find out. I know it may be impossible to find, like who made them, who built it. But just
should
finding
be.
some, I've got nothing that outlines how that pool's
Blueprint of it.
plumbing is. And so without that, me and Bill are operating under,
Kind of blind.
yeah, like I know this valve should operate these
Fine.
directions.
There's
The pool box.
Okay.
there should be a file in there for when they did the pool because we had to get a loan on the pool. And I know that if you get a loan into the magnitude of what we got on that pool,
There should be a
they're going
pretty
to ask
detailed
for
blueprint, right?
blueprints and
We have
pool.
pool documents.
Yes. So I'll go
Which
through this.
ones are needed out of the box and 2 drawers we have? I don't know.
Yeah,
But-
because I know that they would have to. I mean, as much money as we've got loaned to us, they'd have
There's
to
a
have
brick up
something.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was at school, we wanted to know what our limit is. Like, what is our maximum capacity? Well, it's in the note. It's in the book. It's in the book.
Okay. I'm gonna rein us
Yeah, we'll
back
take it
here. I'm gonna rein us back here for a little bit. I'm not dismissing your statement about the letter that you got at all. Curtis Wheeler is who is doing the letters and the code enforcements and the property, all the things like that. And to be honest, I don't have a copy of the letter that you received or what was actually written up in it. So I don't want you to feel like I'm being dismissive of what you just had to say. I just am not informed of what is all written on that letter.
Well, what started off? My neighbor across the street from me, it's been like that. We've been there for 7 years. And it's never changed. And all of
So
a sudden we gotta clean our buildings and, it's ridiculous. Well, not an HOA, Overland Park.
right. So a lot of that was just simply because of the repeated, and I'm not saying that your property is one of them, but like the repeated, like, hey, you got to clean this up. Like, you got to clean this up. You got to do this. Our previous city superintendent was kind of catching a lot of heat about certain things from certain people in regards to code enforcement. So when June or July, we hired an outside person, Curtis Wheeler, and he came in and did a survey of the town and was like, well, per your ordinances, and we did not. There is not every property that should be in there on it. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. There are 16 properties that we're starting with, like, and then we're rolling in waves, so to speak, about different things, in the hopes that things can turn around and start looking better. And the property owners or tenants of places that just simply refuse to comply, and I'm not saying that is your situation either, we can start holding them accountable and doing things and forcing their hand into cleaning things.
How do you plan on doing it? I mean, this situation's been this way since we moved.
Right. And that's why we hired Curtis. There's a whole set of things that come into play. So my understanding of the process is there's the letter and the like notifying, like, hey, these are the things that have been deemed out of compliance per this ordinances with the city. This is what we would like to see fixed up. That's what kind of those meeting times and dates were to be, so like to kind of come to a mutual agreement, like, this is what we can do, like this is the timeline of completing tasks and things like that. This is what we want to see happen. That was the intent of those meetings, because he's in charge of all of that stuff. But then, like I said, especially in regards to the neighbor that you're referencing, when they don't show up, they don't do anything, they don't come and address anything, then it goes into like a court. And there's fines that are going to go into place, and there's court hearings that are going to happen, and all of that kind of.
Put it back in.
What's that?
You are gonna put a court back in.
Yes.
I tried to take that when I was.
The court never left.
Well,
It just wasn't really utilized.
There is just-
Like we have a judge.
Didn't when I was on council.
Yeah, we have one.
Same one in Valley.
Out of Oskaloosa. Yeah. So, but that's what we also want to see happen, because we see things around the town that need, like dogs, aggressive dogs, like, and we're just like, essentially we can't do anything about it, but we have ordinances and we have fines that we can issue, and we're just not.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna ask, in situations like our particular neighbor, they're getting all of the free money that they can get. How are you gonna make him pay when he can't keep his power on? How should we are going to continue to ignore you and dogs? I think that was the dogs. I'm confused about what you're doing.
That ordinance has been in place since the 90s.
That was
Or
way back when we did.
There are a whole lot of changes that are coming into the ordinances, with the animals being one of them. There's other ordinances that have to come into play first. Like, right now it costs a lot of money to publish our ordinances in the paper, where there's new laws and things like that. We've established our city website as the publishing place for our news. So essentially now, once we have our ordinances ready, once that's been in place long enough, we have a whole bunch of ordinances that are coming out to change.
With ordinances that have already been revised.
Yeah, they just need to be signed and posted. Yeah, that being one of them.
I just happened to notice a breed on there that I happen to know. It's one of the nicest. Matter of fact, a couple that if you approach them, they're gonna kill because they're terrified.
Yeah.
And I don't get why they're on the list.
I don't know why Chihuahuas aren't on there. Those are the most vicious dogs I've ever come across. So, yes.
Our concern is more to a vicious dog than a particular breed of dog.
Yeah.
Aggressive, vicious.
Aggressive, vicious is, and I don't care if you have a lab that's aggressive, vicious. Like, if it's that, then it's that.
But showing any kind of aggression that's actually deemed as aggression. Aggressive, vicious dog.
So it's gonna be like, we're walking down the street, somebody's dog happens to get out of the yard, is aggressive towards us, so at that point in time, is that dog gonna become one?
Good.
I mean, it will be, yeah, I mean, that, I feel like there was like a 3-strike thing in there, or like there was like a rubric of a, if this then this, and essentially, if you have a dog that continues to be a problem, you have to get rid of it, one way or the other.
We don't want to.
Yeah.
So it is going to be basically on a problematic situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. And like the dogs at large, clearly I have a dog owner. I have a dog that's an escape artist. I understand that dogs get loose. I think we all understand that dogs are going to get off their leash. They're going to get out of their fence. Things are going to happen. And it's when the dog, it's not so much the getting out of the yard and getting off the leash. That's the problem. It's what they do after that. Because we've had dogs get loose and go kill chickens. Chase walkers down the street. Like, that's when it's going to be a big problem.
I had one come at me, and that was a big problem. When we had that situation like with Sue, that she actually did get mauled.
Yeah.
And
part of where our hands are tied when it comes to animals is we don't We don't have animal control. We can't catch a dog and take it anywhere because we used to take them to like Cedar Ridge or Atchison Animal Clinic. They're not taking dogs in. They're not taking animals in anymore like that. Humane shelters are full, and we can't keep them. Like we can't even put up kennels at like the city shop that's fenced in and keep them because you have to have like a boarder's license or something. So there are things also that we're kind of looking into to try to help with some of that stuff. It's just all the
Red tape.
the red tape that goes along with it. Like it's ridiculous.
It's like our dogs. We allow our dogs to run our yard.
Mhm.
Our dogs will not step in the street unless you call them to the street.
Mhm.
And I've had to get on people about calling them in the street. I mean, that makes it dangerous for my dogs.
Right.
They just want to be loved.
Yeah.
That's all they want. But they know their perimeter.
Mhm.
So is that going to be an issue?
Well, technically, there's a leash law, so.
I think as long as they're staying on your
Gonna be-
property,
They won't.
yeah. I mean,
And if somebody is walking and we see them, we will call the dogs up on the porch and they will sit right there.
Yeah.
until People gone.
yeah,
You know, especially if there's other dogs with those kind of things.
yeah.
Well, I'm not worried about mine. I'm worried about theirs, them not being able to control the dog.
Right.
Okay.
Back to your question about what are we gonna do to make them clean or make them, if it comes down to it, and I hope that it does not come down to this, their property is just going to be cleaned against their will. Like that's what's eventually going to happen. I don't want that to happen. But also we're not gonna continue to, I mean that,
There's a lot of the places we're getting out of control.
there is
With
like,
the
there's
next-
clutter and there's, that, and then there's just trash and filth.
Yeah.
Dad drove by one today, there's probably 100 a day, like boxes. on the
Yeah.
road.
Yeah.
So they're that deep.
Yeah,
I had a few things.
yeah, yeah. I don't know how I have not been in any of the meetings that have taken place, or I don't even know how many for sure have, not very many, I don't think. But something that was talked about, and I'm not saying that this is going to happen in every scenario or anything like that, is potentially like a cost share for dumpster. We'll help, we'll come to an agreement and pay for so much of a whatever dumpster, but you gotta clean up your property. Like you have to put in the work.
Or have it hired done.
Or yeah, but because I know like money is an issue for some things, and there are some properties that have a lot of things that didn't come in all at once, and maybe people don't have the vehicles that they had at that time. Like maybe they don't have a truck to take this stuff to the dump. Maybe they don't have. So that was kind of my line of thinking, and even bringing that up and proposing it is that if we not only arrange for a dumpster to be placed in your yard, but also come to an agreement of a cost share. You literally just got to put in the elbow grease to do it.
Other towns put a dumpster like up in the park or something.
And we-
Put one behind the police station.
Yeah, and we did a city cleanup in April.
Like 2
April.
weekends and a full.
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
Yeah, where we had
We need to
dumpsters.
reach out about that because this first I've heard of it.
We've done it for 2 years.
About
Done it for 2 years.
Yeah.
the city cleanup.
Yeah, it's been on the
The
website.
city
been on
cleanup,
the-
we usually put signs around town,
Facebook.
Facebook,
Website,
website, it's posted on our door.
posted at the bank, wouldn't it?
Was it
Yeah.
on the bills at all?
We put it at like 8 different
I
locations.
don't think we put it on the bills, but maybe next year when we do it, we can put it on there like the month before water bill, like the stickers that we've done. Do you know what I mean? Or just like a,
Stickers out.
yeah,
One thing that goes out consistent that you know everybody gets. And people like us, up until this last year, we worked from 3 to midnight. I was working 8 at night to 8 in the morning.
mhm,
I'm not on somebody's website. I'm not online. I'm sleeping.
yeah.
And I'm getting up to go back to work. The water bill, I look at. So, that's something
Yeah.
I might look at.
The front bit of the water bill, I have about like 8 characters worth of space. The back, I'll have to create a form and everything so we can just
Just
filter
label it.
through. Yeah.
If
But
I
it should
get
be easier.
magnifying glass read, that's great. At least you know I'm getting it.
Uh-huh.
So
But then
I know
there's-
where what's
yeah.
going on around town.
But then there's people that get it digitally too, just an email bill too, so
Yeah.
not everybody gets that water bill. That way.
We're forcing them currently.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
any other questions?
Hey. Sorry, we started at 5:30, so I'm gonna just
Yeah.
continue down our agenda stuff. All right, treasurer's report.
I talked with Lisa. She's meeting with Christina next Wednesday at 10 a.m. 2023's books are completed. They are done.
Yay.
So we need an auditor for 2023. The Lloyd Group cannot do 2023's books. I don't know why they can do 2024, but they can't do 2023's, but that's what Christina said. So
Aren't they,
she knows best.
isn't Lloyd Group gonna help get 24 books?
Yeah.
So they probably won't be able to do 24 either then, right?
No.
She's
Do you want me to send an email to April?
Well, yeah, you said it. I don't know if she's gonna do anything, but
the 20
I think she'd be willing to if the
If
Lloyd
they-
group says the books are what need
Done,
to,
yeah.
I think they would do
It's worth a
it.
try.
Yeah.
It's worth a try.
the 2023 books. Barney. So the 2023 audit needs to be completed by the end of September. That is when our extension is done. But because we know that we have an extension out, I can contact Isaac Daly, the municipal guy, and get it further extended. But that was the original date when we found out 3-4 months ago that it was never extended for over a year. So at least we did something.
Yeah.
Roger Basinger is working on the budget. He called and we went over the numbers. Everything is looking good. He does have it at the 80.139, which seems high, but it's a less dollar amount than this year's.
yes, quite a bit less.
Yep. So he's going to be working on the publication and everything that we need to put in the newspaper 10 days prior to the September bill, to the September meeting. So next week or the week after, I'm going to be publishing that in the Globe, the R&R hearing and budget hearing notice for the September 10th.
Do we have to publish it in the Globe or can we publish that on our website?
That one has to be published
be
in
on
the
the-
Globe.
Okay.
Yep. So that's the only one every year is the R&R budget hearing.
Okay.
So that I have to do by the end of August, at least 10 days before meeting in September,
Which is
the 10th. I think that is it for the treasurer's report.
I'm gonna make a request to have a executive session for about 10 minutes to talk about non-elected personnel
Okay.
with only the council and the mayor in presence.
Okay. Do I have a second?
I second.
All in favor? Any opposed? All right.
Executive session has ended. We are now reconvening in the meeting. No motions or actions were taken out in the executive session. Meeting continues.
We need to adjourn.
We're going to take a
Short recess.
short recess and we will reconvene after the short recess.
Okie dokie. Where you at?
Clerk's report, I think.
Yep, Clark, you're up.
Were we done with the treasury report? Oh, were we gonna, I don't know if there was much of the treasury.
Not much of one there.
I handed it out this month because of all the time off I'm taking off in September. But the website, I just need to do the ordinance formatting. Pat had requested that it's in a specific way that shows legal notices, ordinances, resolutions, and then like publications.
Okay.
I have to work with Civic Plus to do that. Because their ordinances is just both ordinances resolutions. So I have to see if they can break it or have those specific tabs take it to those specific tabs, things like that. I was going to submit the documentation for the waste, I spelled that wrong, waste tire grant and the Townsend Hub. I wait on the Townsend Hub one until I hear back with all of the information, but the waste tire one I will submit this week. And we should receive that last check for $1,100, whatever it was, $500. Yeah, $500. G-Works, there was an auto pay failure. We found this out today. The auto pay feature where it's supposed to take out money from everyone's account on the due date, August 10th, it did not work. So finally they were able to get it fixed and working. So tomorrow it should auto withdraw everyone's auto pays who have signed up.
Question for you. I had my debit card, I have it on, the date changed, expired. The credit card, excuse me. And so I went in there, try to put a new credit card in and, change it. It wouldn't let me.
It might have been same sort of issue. They had issues with that auto pay and everything. You can try it again. If it doesn't work, I can do it on my end as well.
I'll come up tomorrow.
Okay. Text My Go got a hold of me. I don't believe that we will switch to them, but they wanted to put on a demo. It's a lot like the Code Red. So I have a Zoom meeting with them to see if it costs us anything. Because I know still a lot of citizens haven't signed up for Code Red. And yeah, trainings, I have one tomorrow at 10 a.m. for stress management. And then the CMB license have changed effective, I think, the end of September, beginning of October. So now instead of them coming to us, filling out the application, then us doing all of the forms, sending it into Kansas, then now they fill out the information, they send it to the states, then the state sends to us basically, hey, this was approved by the state, now the city or county can approve it.
Wow.
There's a few changes.
What's a real tape there?
This one.
Okay.
Are both of those like online?
I believe so.
These two trainings here.
Yeah, they're both Zooms. They cost $0 for the city. But and then the 22nd, I have a dental appointment at 7 a.m.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session for 5 minutes.
No, let's do 10.
10 minutes with the council and city clerk for confidential records regarding confidential records and information. State.
Yep, I'll update. I'll talk to Pat tomorrow and update.
Thank you.
Oh, that is interesting.
So both Ryan and I get to have fun.
Okay. We're back in regular sessions. No.
Thank you
motions or
for your
executive
updates.
session.
I think
Oh, and also what else? There was something else. Oh, payment plans. When when somebody's behind, I feel like we need to have like a standard payment plan agreement. Does that make sense? Like, you have to pay what is owed this month plus whatever percentage of what you're behind on in order to keep your water on.
Like divide it by 4, like give them 4 months to spread out or something like that.
25% is what you
Something.
owed before.
Something.
This
Because
month,
that
current month plus 25% of your
Yep.
past bill.
because then that gives us a little bit more footing. Like, well, you didn't.
And if they don't pay their payment, it's off again.
Yes. And we're not waiving connection fees anymore.
No.
Or if somebody would like their connection fee waived, they can come to the council meeting and state their case, and the council can make the decision. Perfect. That way, that's more of like this is the policy, this is what I'm going off of. If you want to argue with it, you can come to the council meeting.
I like it.
Yep.
We need to put that in the ordinance or
I think that needs to be, yeah.
when we finish that one up.
I am still waiting on a lot of the ordinances that were updated from that. Pat will also have to do the well to Adam Bolts, so I will send him the old survey, so he has all of the southwest by 25 feet by whatever.
Okay.
So he has all of that.
That is so weird. The same reason a bucket truck didn't get registered for 2 years.
Same reason
3?
we bought the bucket truck.
2.5, I guess it's almost 3 though, right?
Oh yeah.
Did we just learn that while I was gone?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like I have not heard
He
of
did
it.
really
Purple
learn
Wave was here to take pictures of the bucket truck and list it, and Ryan handed him the envelope with the title in it, and he opened it, looked at it, was like, "This isn't registered to the city of Effingham,
And not licensed.
and there's no plate on it."
Yeah, so there wasn't. Yeah.
Now we gotta go back.
Ryan did it. He got it taken care of
yesterday, right? You got to take
Monday.
The list continues, Jesse.
But wait, there's more. But anyway,
Well, you have to tell me.
you can just rewind this and watch it.
Yeah, watch it when you post
Yeah,
it.
watch
YouTube. I'm not gonna be able to hear because that fan's super loud again.
It's less of a high pitch, more of a low, so it might be fine.
We ready for committee reports?
Yes, ma'am. Committee reports. I'm ready to get.
I have nothing.
The only tree board, Mr. Feldkamp said they got 10 trees taken out yesterday.
Oh yes, thank you for cutting down the dead tree in my front yard.
They cut out the one down by the pool too.
Good.
And they cut out the one by St. Anne's Church
Good.
yesterday. And they cut out 2 over at somebody's yard. I can't
Halloween
remember.
culvers.
Yeah, Halloween culvers.
Are they smaller?
They were fast.
They were fast.
Like, I pulled in my driveway at like 11:55, and he had that sucker down by like 12:15.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Well, I did
Yeah.
a walk. I was walking yesterday and they started after I started walking and they were done by the time I got to my house.
Yeah, fast.
We need to drive by the pool, that big deadline pool.
It's done. Gone.
Okay, I don't even remember what all committees we have, you guys.
I don't have.
Who's parks and playgrounds? Who's beautification?
You.
I'm beautification. I can't be anymore.
You're
It
still
would be
good.
Jesse, she filled in.
Oh, you're
I
right.
didn't even
I
know.
think I was on that.
Sidewalks.
Well, I have a suggestion for the blue building
Oh, okay.
by the bell.
Oh, buddy.
We need to clean that up and make it pretty and put some flowers or something. I think it could look really, really nice. It just needs some TLC.
Well, if we're talking about TLC, we need to really work on Veterans Park then.
I think Veterans Park, we need to plant more things that are like will come up and we don't have to.
Well,
worry.
they do. They do come up. But I think what
Veterans
I
Park isn't the city's, is it?
No.
yes, it is the city's property.
Okay.
So because that's what we were discussing was at one point was who was it?
Mike Garrity,
Mike Garrity. Thank you.
he's the one that usually goes and
Maintains the flowers and everything like that. Mitch, we had 4-H do it that one time in July. Mitch and I went up there on cleanup day for the fair, and we worked a little bit, not a lot, it's just some weed eating, some trimming of bushes and stuff. But yeah, it needs to be more low maintenance.
What do you suggest?
Ripping out the rock and just putting like trees and bushes.
Like perennials
Yeah.
that need
Something
little
where
maintenance.
no flowers, no weeding.
Well, like a rose bush would be okay.
Yeah. Just something that does not need to be weeded. And
Well, you'll have to prune anything though.
I mean,
Probably.
just something low maintenance where you can trim up some bushes, trim some tree branches if you need to or whatever. There's just, we cannot take the flowers in there. You can't get the weed. I mean, because there used to be like the black weed cover stuff. Well, that's just dissolved over time. And so you just have weeds everywhere and it's just covered in weeds. And just you pulling, I mean, you just can't get them all. I mean, you'd be up there for ever.
Come to garden.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it needs to be more low maintenance.
Yeah.
Plus, if we're gonna put our sign like there, and maybe a doubles. I mean, we already have one. I mean, it's gotta look. It should be more appealing.
What about taking the Isabel Farrell garden down over there by the pool?
It needs to be taken. Well, and that used to be. That was
That was
being
4-H.
done by 4-H
Yeah.
back in the day. It's nobody. It's really. It should be just cities at this point because nobody maintains it.
I wondered about like asking Debbie Falk, because she was a feral, like about that. Like I drove by the other day before the fair, and even the sign, it's just
Well, Mitch painted it one. I mean, it's been a few years, but Science Club maintained it for a while, and then we kind of just we couldn't get anybody to volunteer anymore. We just kind of Science Club.
I don't know. I just wondered like Debbie Falk being a family, like if that's a family member, like before.
Yeah,
those
because I
people
think
were in it.
Ray Ladd is the one who originally. It's what I've been told. The one who originally did that.
I wonder if he wants to come and maintain it then.
I'm pretty sure he's the one who maintains the flower pots.
Yeah, they do out here.
Or the
So-
farmerettes do or something.
I think it was what I originally was told was that he did that, and I don't know why it's for fair. I don't know the whole meaning of that, but he did that as a community project for his kids, so for 4-H purposes.
Okay.
That's what I was originally told. I don't know if that's all true. That's just what I was told.
It would probably be, that would fit the era of when it happened.
Yeah. So I'm not sure why it's named that and everything, but I'm just thinking maybe we could do something a little bit low maintenance where we could just throw a mower through Veterans Park, even like in a Farrell Park or garden or whatever. Just something a little bit fuzzy.
And something next year I really think would be a good idea is to do like an award for like a good yard or like,
I just saw that in one of these.
Yeah.
like
We
I
talked
want
about
to do it.
About two or three.
Yeah, yard
Well, and I was just thinking about that too. So talking about like Veterans Park, the Isabel Farrell Garden, the Blue Building, like by the bell.
By the bell.
If we could get some buy-in from community organizations or clubs or whatever and make it a competition.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make it a
just those
competition with, like,
areas.
with like and identifying like maybe other places that could
Yeah.
use a little
Like even around the
scrutiny,
schools, maybe.
prettiness and and do a vote and give them some sort of donation to their club or something as their prize. That might start making things competitive and
Maybe.
How many 4-H clubs are there?
4 or 5 in the county.
just a thought. But yes, I do like the idea also of like yards and
Yeah.
Because then we talk about like, like
Christmas
the
decorations.
Main Street bucks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like gift certificates.
A local business.
Yeah, yes, like anything.
Martha's.
Buzzes, any of them.
Well, buses would be good.
We'll eventually have a convenience store again.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So
I think that'd be fun because they used to do it. Like when I was a kid, they used to have a yard of the mom.
Especially
I
when
didn't
we're
realize
trying to
that.
clean things up.
Yeah.
Like we've done all these nuisance letters, like we're trying
Can be given an award for the worst yard, and
You have to pay the
you're-
$25.
your prize of the dumpster getting unloaded in your yard.
That's like $25 plus.
That'd be more than $25.
I mean, it's kind of funny and spiteful.
Yeah.
We're only paying the 25.
You got the rest.
So what kind are you thinking to buy the bell? Are you thinking just like flower pots or what were you thinking?
I'm not sure because in front of the bell, there's I don't know if there's cement pavers or what they are, but it has Effingham
Yeah.
spelled out in like stones
Uh-huh.
or glass beads or something.
I
Didn't know that.
noticed that. I knew.
Yeah,
Is it in the ground?
Yeah. Okay, I'll have
I
to go
never
look at
knew
that.
it needs cleaned up.
Mhm.
But I think it could just look
Better.
better.
Yeah.
I know the blue building itself could look better, but that's a way bigger project than making, putting some pretties out front.
And I feel like it's always like muddy and wet
Uh-huh.
and kind of nasty around there. Like, what would it cost to like concrete around it some more? Just extend that concrete.
Expensive, concrete's not cheap.
Concretes are ridiculous right now.
Well, and it's not a huge, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be a huge area, but then it wouldn't be muddy and nasty and.
Yeah.
Well, you could always get,
You can even
like you
put like
said,
you can even put paving stones
paved
in
stones,
there
pavers.
to get the
And
like
gravel.
stamp them down. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't suggest putting gravel and we kind of realize that gravel and plants don't go together.
Right.
So if we do gravel and potted plants,
I would
or
just say like
gravel and-
around it instead of cementing it, we could do like the decorative paving stones or something to kind of decrease the
Or
cost.
we could just take some of that stone, we can move it somewhere else from the veterans book.
Reuse.
Oh, yeah. we could- if we
And then you could
split
put
it up.
papers on top of that.
Yeah. And then you could just go in with weed kill.
And then you could have potted plants.
Potted plants.
You could get like a nice big potted plant.
Or even like the flower, like the raised flower beds now that they have in the house.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so that,
It's all
that
these
grant,
brilliant ideas.
that grant was for beautification and landscaping.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well then we could,
Well, maybe we
we
should
should
just
look into that. We could
try it next time.
Well, that one grant we got for the sign, you
Oh.
only get it once every 5 years.
Did you guys talk any more about the grant for like like how Rainbow, they came and talked to us last year?
No.
Because
Yeah, I
it's, I
forgot
think, due at the end of the month.
Oh, I told her not.
Do that though. Cause then we talk about
Technology.
Do it.
Door codes.
Door code, yeah.
Yep, we did.
Or
Passcodes or
Yeah.
for the blue building specifically.
we could do it for everything though.
We probably would
House,
have money
shop. Here.
here.
So what did we do? What's the requirements? What did we do that?
I think, is it $5,000?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Rainbow was $5,000.
Let me just look. Let's see.
The community grant. Grants range from $250 to $5,000.
Okay, yeah.
That Rainbow.
Well, it goes to NTCA first, and then they pick it. We don't get, whenever we apply, it goes to both. So it goes to NTCA, is that what it's called? First, if they don't pick us, then there's a second opportunity with Rainbow.
Who would fill that out?
Did Janet do it last year?
No, I did. I tried to get the AD and they said negative.
The grant deadline is August 27th at midnight. Well, 11:59 p.m.
if you have questions, please call Julie. Like, I wonder, like, if we could just see, like, what the paper copy of this, that's a Google form, like,
Yeah.
what's a paper copy?
You could probably print it.
Yeah, I know, but then it goes to next. Like, you use so much
Oh.
and then go to next.
She probably doesn't have a print set. This is probably NTCA that probably does that one.
We move on.
Oh, wait. The grant application there.
And you guys can look that up when we can come
Yeah,
back.
go
to it.
back
Any
over
other
there.
committee reports? Nope. Old business, 2 meetings a month. We're set a second meeting this month.
Yeah.
Sure. At least it was,
27th-ish.
27 works for me.
27 won't work for me.
August 27th.
Yeah.
About the 26th.
What's your day of the 26th?
27th is a Wednesday, and 27th is a Tuesday.
The 27th is Tuesday.
26th is a Tuesday. 27th is a-
Do you work Tuesdays?
I work Tuesdays.
No.
28th? Thursday.
28th, open. No games yet, Andrew? 28th work for you,
Answer working.
Jesse?
Yeah, we're good for that.
Thursday, the 28th?
What time?
You just do
5:30?
5:30.
Yeah, that works. Same time, same place.
Hey, I'm just making sure because every once in a while you guys throw a 5 o'clock in there and it throws me for a loop. Okay,
You're like, we're good.
Can I get a motion?
we have a motion.
I make a motion, we have a second council meeting on the 28th. To talk about resolution of city issues.
I have a second.
I'm second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, meeting will be August 28th
5:30.
at 5:30. Audit status books. I just sent April an email. I will let you guys know what her reply is. So I guess I can count for the number 2 and number 3.
The budget he's figuring out, he said once he has the publication that has to go into the paper 10 days before the hearing, that he'll send that. So that's all.
Can we get a copy of the treasury report that was sent to him for 2024 at the end?
Yes.
It
The
needs to be sent to all the council people.
reports and
Treasurer's report.
watcher. So, yep.
QuickBooks, Christina. I feel like we kind of talked about that a little bit, right? We're waiting on information from her.
Yep. She was under the impression that she was just answering desktop or online, not which version of desktops fits best. Because there's like Desktop Pro, Pro 2024, Pro Plus, Expedition, Ford Escape, whatever. There's a lot of different
Version,
QuickBooks.
Ollie.
Yeah.
That has to be the best.
We really need to get working on it though, because we can't just do a conversion. Like we're down to what, September, October, November, December.
Mhm.
4 months left in 25, and you have to at least run the minimum that I've ever seen anybody get by with is 3 months of duplicate books.
Yeah.
And you have to run. I mean, you have to have them, and then
Consecutive.
3 consecutive months.
Yeah.
And then, because that way, if you've got issues, you can get them resolved before you actually make the total conversion.
Yep.
You don't want to just go from GWorks to QuickBooks. That ain't gonna work.
It didn't work for us last time.
No, it ain't gonna work again. So
October is looking like the best opportunity. Lisa and I discussed it earlier. Because September with the budgets, all the hearings and everything, it's just September looks like a crazy month for me, especially. I don't know about for Lisa, but so we were hoping to get Christina's information 1st of October, get the desktop or the QuickBooks and get in, start to do what we need to do. Especially
Everything
because
moved over on the like everything from GWorks moved over. So
because we'll be able to get Christina and Wisdom's help.
I don't know about Wisdom. I've not heard anything back on him. So,
Okay.
but
At least Christina's helping. He said that there's a lot of good information on the internet. You can find out QuickBooks.
we could call him again. But
So it should be.
yeah, because it's. I mean, if you're looking at October, that gives you October, November, December. That's cutting it short. But it has to be up and running by October 1st. So.
And so what do we need to do to get QuickBooks up and going by October 1st? I might as well.
we have to pick.
We need to have it in place.
Yeah,
to
we need to
pick
know
which-
like what version we're gonna be.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for Christina's feedback.
Yeah.
We need to have it in
What's
place.
your meeting
So
tomorrow?
we can
Ted?
start the migration.
Not tomorrow. Next Wednesday at 10 a.m.
I feel like everything on your business has already been addressed. New software, I'm assuming that's QuickBooks.
Yes, Kathy had asked us to put that on there, the new software start date.
Yep, that's what we need.
Has anybody been in contact with Central Square and just like asked them what the possibility is we could get some of our money back because we can't use your program?
I thought that was what, Pat was going
That was
on.
supposed to do that.
I've not heard that Pat has done it.
Do you have any contact information?
For Central Square, yes.
Can you send it to me? I'll do it myself.
It's cheaper to have you do it, Katie. Yeah. They're more effective. You're cheaper.
I know.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
My time is $25 every meeting. I know you were.
Okay.
I have some things I just want to bring up. One of them is, why do our speed limit signs start up by First Street and not back at Jim Potts's land? Where Jim Potts's land starts. Our city limits is from Jim Potts's land, right there on the south side of it, all the way in. So why do we have our why do we have our speed limit signs set up at First Street versus back at Potts's?
I guess I've never paid attention to that. I'm all around it.
Are the speed signs KDOT?
I don't know what Edwards.
It'd be county.
County.
Exeter
Yeah.
County. So what would we have to do to get them moved from where they're at now to back?
We don't have anybody in town to enforce speed limits anyway, so I don't know what difference it
I
makes.
understand that, but I'm saying it needs to be, the 30 needs to happen right at Potts's because that's Effingham.
Ryan could probably ask, like Joe Snyder, like Road Bridge.
Just to move them or put a new one in or
Yeah, a
something.
new one or.
Well, it's like.
Or we might not even be able to.
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't even notice.
That was one of them.
And maybe it was because a long time ago,
I was gonna say, was it-
the count, that line was the.
Yeah,
to
because
the
they
city.
annexed over and took over Jim Potts.
Are any of the speed signs right where the city starts?
I
Yeah.
think the one on.
Right up
Muskodas
here.
is, Muskodas is.
Yeah.
Even our 30-mile-an-hour speed limit sign is right up here next to the on the north side of town, and the one
I
out
think on
over
the east
here
side
is
is too.
Right there. Yep.
So Muskoda's right where you go, where it says city limits Muskota, it's like right there. So that was one of the things.
I would assume that's something that just got overlooked whenever.
It
back
probably
then.
like the boundary got moved and they just never.
Never
included it.
signed.
Yeah.
The other thing is this, I don't know if you guys have looked at Couch's backyard or not.
Yes, what
It's
is
a
that?
hayfield back there. The grass is, this is the ground, the grass is
Really
this tall.
They're only mowing the front.
Yeah, the back grass is
What
this
house?
tall.
Where do they live?
Across from Tokens.
Yeah.
Across from your house.
Oh,
I
like
never
two
get off
doors
that.
north.
Oh,
of the house?
I never get on that.
It's
side.
bad back there.
Oh, can you imagine like the mosquitoes and
Rodents.
the bugs?
And then, here's the other part of that is that, okay, we made Janet mow her pasture, right? Janet mowed her pasture because one of the things was that her pasture was overgrown. And she's always gotten complaints on it from the city. Okay, but Adam's got two pastures over by his dad's house and over at John. His is overgrown. So why are we letting those two go?
When you have an animal on them.
She had a horse on. She's got a horse on hers, but yet she's always been told to mow it.
Where's Janet's pasture at?
Right by our house, right there on Logan Edwards Road.
In between the creek and their house.
I think there's something different with livestock though.
Becky. Becky's, not
Oh.
Janet.
Oh.
Becky's.
Sorry.
Oh, Becky O'Brien.
Becky O'Brien's pasture. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's my
Okay,
mistake.
what about her pasture? She had
The city's always made her mow it in the past.
She mowed it not very long ago.
I don't know if
She
I
did a
remember that.
sweep. What she did was she
Well,
went
no.
around.
She gets mowed all now. Cause I know
Okay.
Gail Martin went over and mowed it for her, cause she asked.
Okay, so that must have been more recent.
Yeah.
Did
Okay.
she get a nuisance letter?
Hmm.
And was that in the nuisance
Part of
letter?
it was, yeah.
Okay.
So if we've got one that's being told to do it, it's gotta go city.
Well, she just has.
Oh,
she has
she
goats out
got-
there right now.
She is the one that was on the list.
I understand that.
That one wasn't. That's why.
Makes sense.
That's why.
Right, but also Ryan's been going around putting letters about grass overgrown too.
But then, like, I have my pasture in my backyard, and if I wanted to put calves on it, it's like I don't want to mow that.
No.
Well, but
I feel like
what I'm saying is, if we're making Becky do it, then it's
Becky
got-
has goats out there right now.
she has a horse too that runs the pasture all the time.
Yeah, but she has
I don't know
goats out
why
there right
you
now.
can't send them.
Yeah.
If
So
she's
why?
got
I mean,
pasture.
I'm just bringing it to the point
And
Yeah.
If we're
maybe,
making one do it, and because it's going to come up eventually.
maybe we need to
We're
talk
making
to
one, then
Chris,
we need
like
to
if
tell two.
There's livestock.
if there's livestock. You know what I mean?
But
'Cause
that's
like,
also not in our ordinance.
No, it's not.
Well,
If you have livestock, you can have a pasture.
There's
But
nothing
that's not
about
in the
cattle.
ordinance.
There's nothing about cattle.
But I'm just saying we need to be even.
sure,
Yeah, the whole thing.
yes.
Well, there
Yeah.
was like a month or so, there was no livestock in that pasture,
Who's?
Adams.
He was had bottle calves, and he's had them. Bottle calves are over there at on the
Well,
south
he had
side.
bigger bigger.
And then they went
calves.
over to
I
his
feel,
dad's.
I feel like this one over here, though, they were haying that even.
Did he hay it?
He hated half of
He
it
did
last
this
year.
He put his cows.
Well,
I was
last
like,
year.
oh, he had some
Before they put the fence up with the
They
cows
did.
in it,
They
they
hate
ate
it.
it.
Yeah.
He had some
last
bigger
year.
cattle in there, and then they were,
in there.
I don't know if they sold them, I don't know.
I think they moved them over this pasture and then they have bottle calves.
They got bigger and then they moved those.
Yeah.
I don't want people to like mow their pasture.
If
No,
they're
I don't.
haying it or they have livestock,
If they have
you can't make
livestock
them.
in there.
Well, I know in the past that Becky's been told by the city she had to.
I didn't know Becky was
Because there was
told
too
she
many
had to mow
weeds.
it.
I didn't either.
There was only weeds standing, and if you look at other pastures, there's a lot of weeds standing in other pastures.
Is that from noxious weed? Because noxious weed comes.
I don't know, but
You know,
I'm just saying that she
'Cause
was
that one
told
had thistles.
to mow it because of weeds, and there's other pastures
She
that are in the
could.
current city that have weeds in them too.
So maybe we just need to touch base with Curtis.
Yeah,
on,
find out.
like, what he sent to Becky O'Brien, and then, yeah, like, because if it was a noxious weed thing, that's county. That's like we can't control that. Noxious weed comes to town and they can go anywhere.
It wasn't the county that did it.
Okay, so maybe just see what
What the
What was
qualifications
in?
are, whatever.
the letter to Becky. But I
Does her
think that
pasture run all the way up to the road there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is she like?
No,
well,
it runs
she,
to the ditch, but she doesn't maintain the ditch either.
Well, say maybe that's the.
She was told to maintain the ditch too.
Well, I think she does need to maybe maintain the ditch because that can't be used for.
She has been. She has.
No, yeah, yeah,
It's outside of the fence, right?
Yeah, that part she need to take care of.
Absolutely.
She's not the one. This is not her complaint.
No, but it's gonna come up, like you said.
What I'm saying is, if one's got to do it,
Yeah.
everybody.
Well, I was actually gonna bring up Becky O'Brien anyway, because when you stop there at the stop sign, I don't know what road that is. I'm really bad. When you're looking, because there's branches, you cannot see around those branches to see the oncoming traffic. Her branches are over her
I think
fence there.
That's what, 3rd Street or 2nd
Yeah,
Street?
I don't remember.
Maybe 2nd,
Third.
3rd, and 4th Street you can't really
You
see. either.
cannot see like around those branches that are coming over her
There's
fence
several
there.
places here you can't see around the
Yeah.
branches.
I was like, well, that's a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Because I
That
used to
was
go
Fair
there.
Week, and I was trying to look around, and there was like all these cars coming through, and I was like, I can barely even see traffic.
yeah, if it's livestock, like we should not take that away from.
We're a farming community.
Yeah, we
really
can't
feel
take
that.
that away from that. And maybe that's just a conversation we need to have with Curtis.
Yeah, I
And
think
see
that's a
like
good
what
idea.
he is putting in the notifications and.
And if
But also, if
there's-
part of it is, so if we're gonna also base it off of weeds, we need to have like
A brome versus weeds issue.
yeah, like, I don't know how you calculate a percentage of a field, but if there's a certain percentage that's weeds,
But isn't that what noxious weed does?
I don't know.
That's
Because I
only
know they
noxious
come to
weeds
town.
though. They don't, there's other weeds that they aren't concerned about.
We're
If they're
concerned
not
right now about the
noxious.
milkweed.
If they're not obnoxious, they don't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just brought it up because
Yeah.
it needs to be what's good for what's
Consistent,
good.
yeah.
Sure.
So, and I'm on that committee, or that board of
Streets for
directors.
roads.
I'm on the board of directors that up there at the MOCAN. And then somehow I got put on the bylaws committee to change the bylaws. So I'm not sure how that.
Strong work. Good job.
But I did attend one of their meetings on Zoom, and it wasn't too bad. But I think a lot of it is about the Missouri side more than it is the Kansas side. Because everything that was in the meeting that I listened to on Zoom was basically Missouri.
I feel like Kansas is kind of new into that.
Yeah.
Though, like they're just kind of
They started in Missouri,
branching
needed a little bit
into
more.
us. The
MOCAN
safe
Regional
streets
Council.
for all.
Oh, yeah.
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 So, but they're going to have another meeting the end of, well, the last Wednesday in August. So we'll see what happens.
Maybe you can have a report for us the next.
So like, when will they be able to help us like start writing?
They're doing a survey next week.
Oh, really?
the 18th, 19th, and 20th. No,
Like a
18th
site
and 19th?
survey?
14, 18, and 19.
14, 18, and 19th.
Yep. 14.
Well,
Don't
that
you
would be
guys
great,
reach your
like,
Friday
the
updates?
First day of school.
Yeah.
I know. I was like, yes.
I may have gotten bored.
So what do we have to do on that survey?
Nothing.
They are coming here to survey.
Oh, okay.
So
and-
the
and
citizens
make-
don't have to do
and
anything.
No, and
They're just
identify.
observing.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So
They'll survey what?
they're going to
Sidewalks,
bring like a map
intersections.
of Effingham and mark where there are sidewalks, basically.
Good.
So they're going to
Can
do
they
a
see them?
sidewalk survey.
Can they see them to be able to survey them?
If
They can't see them, they don't
then
exist.
there's no survey or there's no sidewalk. If you
We
can't see
had a meeting with them in July, June.
It was a
When did
while
that
back.
lady come?
Been like
June.
June.
When did you start?
I started in May, so I don't.
No, it was like just the lady from there, and I was here, and Adam was here.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, okay.
And she was just kind of explaining what they were gonna do.
Okay.
They have a lot of grant money.
Yeah,
Oh.
but it was, in that meeting, 9th Street was brought up specifically.
Oh, good.
Seabury Street was brought up
Oh, good.
specifically. Like,
It's been Katie's mission since she was on
I
council
know.
to do.
yeah,
sidewalks.
I will live to see the day a sidewalk goes
But,
in
you know, the one
all the
thing-
way down 9th Street.
The one thing I noticed during the Zoom meeting I was in is they talk a lot about EPA stuff. Too. A lot of it was EPA stuff.
I know in one of the emails I looked at, they had commented on the survey and they looked, I think Missouri had the highest amount of survey applicants. So that might be why it was mostly Missouri related.
Well, I think also, like Katie said, Kansas has been just a recent addition to their.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of people on the board for Kansas. I think there was 3 of us or something.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Anything else?
I don't think I have anything else. I talked about the treasure report 2024. Want to copy that? Nope, I'm good. The council's just back here. You ought to see it.
Oh, I was also going to bring this up though too. Maybe this is something we need to try to rewrite in our ordinances as well, because I know there are like the repeat offenders for mowing notices. We're not going to babysit you.
No, we shouldn't have to.
Like a 1 letter per year and that's it?
Like, I'm even willing to give you 2. After that, we're just coming to mow it and you're going to pay it.
Well, I know
Period.
that this right now. If you look at our neighbors down there,
I know, that's who I'm
they're
talking
double
about.
of them. Both
That's
of
who
them.
I'm talking about.
They're awful.
So maybe you can have
Oh,
Ask
that's
Carrie
Seabury.
to go and
Really,
look at that
really
one
old house.
address too. With those 3 addresses apparently.
But yeah, you can't just mow your front yard.
I don't
You
know
gotta
who
mow
lives
it
there
all.
anymore. I don't know.
Don't look at my garden though, it's way overgrown. I realized how terrible.
You gotta look at mine. Andrew sees mine every day. So he knows.
Side of my trees are bad, right?
Oh no, my weeds are like this tall.
We can't.
Okay, are we good to
Bring
adjourn?
your kids over and then have them pick out.
Make
any-
a motion.
Okay.
Okay, I move we adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any
Yeah,
opposed?
stop by.
Cause there's
Meeting adjourned.
some.
I'm gonna be a little excited to see what kind of